last stand, and I came to deliver. Been called a Clinton operative, a Russian, and a grifter. By libs, a washing student debt, proud to be an intern, sucking up to pigs who get a tax cut in the midterms. You cut the ties but never heal the wrist burns. Capitalist shackles wrap and penetrate like ringworms around the necks of those whose deaths will not affect the king's purse or the coffers of the company the king serves, who manufacture mandated tinctures. Their safety data hanging from a fixture, half a mile skyward, just dangling from the rafters. My grift is sobbing till I'm cackling with laughter. I guess I would have made a decent actor. I'd be great at crying on command until they cut plus 40 minutes after. When the director waves a hand, it ain't a rap, it's now a legal matter. Honey, my grift is weeping on a mic until I'm hacking up airstrike verses like it's bombs away and batter up. Swinging on these bigots, they keep killing us to fatten up. Kill the switch, eat the rich, I think they're finally fat enough. Grab your knife and fork, the world is yours, just say you've had enough. And if you're comfy, you could go ahead and laugh it up. Tell me how the most important vote I'll ever cast is like the choosing of a bus, in that it might not take you anywhere you want, but no one can deny the fact the bus is now no longer where it was. And that's the kind of progress we should celebrate and trust. Spoken like a kid who never took a bus. Spoken like a piece of shit that used some cash to mask his stink and truly thinks he's one of us. Spoken like a terminally unserious person who equates our cries for rights to mixed up orders from a server. It paints a privileged picture of what you would label urgent if the worst thing you've experienced in life has been the time your waiter accidentally brought a tray of gold flake scallop when you clearly ordered gold flake urchin. And now you're storming out the restaurant and hopping in a Tesla. You got 80 pounds of Tony Fauci merchant.
Rewind 2 chains won't make you wait in such a long line. Life's not just a way to waste your free time. Air that's fit to breathe is not a free ride. Free ride. Rewind 2 chains won't make you wait in such a long line. Life's not just a way to waste your free time. Air that's fit to breathe is not a free ride. Free ride.
Best to place your bets on weaponizing the identity of every limp progressive claiming grassroots integrity. Policy is a slippery slope for all of its complexity, so flex your brave resistance with this Ilhan Omar NFT. Numbered 1 of 723. Each depicts her valiantly championing a bill before she lays it at a donor's feet. And she can throw her hands up in the air with AOC and say if only Nina Turner could have voted present too, that's why we need another seat. We need some more progressives we elect to only tweet, who live to serve. Like we're the only ones that see. Sometimes it feels like all of us are lost at sea. And every time we think we see an island on the tip of the horizon, it turns out to be another measure making sure we're kept within the watchful eye of murderous authority. And so I guess my grift is crying for the future they denied us, where the people who would buy us are a mockable minority. And we are more than genomes under warranty. And we are more than serfs in constant quarantine. If I had a single breath left, I'd let the chorus scream. I'd announce our leaders claiming none for all and more for me. None for all and more for me. None for all and more for me. None for all and more for me.
Rewind to a chance won't make you wait in such a long line. Life's not just a way to waste your free time. Air that's fit to breathe is not a free ride. Free ride. Rewind to a chance won't make you wait in such a long line. Life's not just a way to waste your free time. Air that's fit to breathe is not a free ride. Free ride.
You know, sir, I like you much better with my glasses off.
I guess I was born with the curse of foresight. Cause I knew Joe was only gonna represent the war side. And that said, I just came to fight. You could keep the ore flight. Save the surprise and the gasp when the shadow of the fascists have cast is on your doorstep in the glow of your porch light. Save the surprise when the grid goes down and we go underground to lick wounds in the gloom of a torchlight. While up in the sky, a blimp glides by with a sign like New Year's 2022. Brought to you jointly by Pfizer and Coors Light. While the centrists observe from a comfortable courtside, right in the thick of the action behind a partition. We're in a morbid position, a plague of evictions, born a comorbid condition of the cancer of wealth. I fantasize that I cancel myself, hands on your head, throw your best laid plans in the well. There are no more answers, questions go back on the shelf. All Joe's donors, a quick show of hands. How many of you sub to the Lockheed Martin OnlyFans? How many are loyalist patrons for the Raytheon Patreon? Occupy Iraq and send $1 million off into the great beyond. Cool yourself with the safety on. True to yourself in as much as you dutifully spew out a mucus of QAnon. You can't convince me the capital wasn't surrendered with every intention of digging us deeper down into the treacherous webbing of censorship, ebbing your speech and dissension so you can't hold Biden accountable. Not in his mentions and not in the streets. No to the end that Joe will defend the elite. Joe won't embarrass McConnell, but Joe's not embarrassed if all of your children are hungry and weak. Too hungry to speak. Too hungry to stand, they just lie at his feet. Joe is fresh out of empathy, fresh out of policy, but he'd love to know, what was your favorite ice cream flavor to eat? Back when you used to eat. I guess the road isn't rocky for people who thought we were free. They'll believe what they read, and Joe's here to lull them to sleep. Counting us down by the dozens, the culling of gullible sheep, led to the slaughter by media tyrants and government thieves. These are the leeches that stubbornly suck where there's nothing to bleed. These are the tumors that force us to crawl on our knees. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free. One was foreclosed in 08. One was condemned in 16. This is the home of the brave. This is the land of the free.
Good morning, Sunday morning. Good morning, Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal, and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face.
Nancy gonna cut you a check too late. 2 years after your funeral's paid. 2 years after the grave. She'll be a little stronger for all of the dollars she saved. Watching you wake, watching you cling to your family slipping away. Watch her do nothing but pray. Watch her condemn the Republicans, take them to brunch and then shrug it away. Now watch us be outraged half of a day, then pick a new hero to face our leaders and think they could beat them, playing the game they played since Pelosi had real human blood in her veins. They're all one and the same, sold off stocks and they all maintain that the risk was benign and the virus was tame. Flash forward and 40 Sunday mornings fade, 250,000 people in its wake, and the cruise ship sailed today. So motherfucker, don't shine a light in my face. Wait.
Good morning, Sunday morning. Good morning,
Wait.
Sunday morning.
We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal, and the world is not the same. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face. Said you waited for a warning, but the warning never.
If you thought you saw your freedom, it was truly a mirage. Freedom's locked a cell away from Julian Assange. Our First Amendment rights are by his side behind bars, and the next voices silenced will be ours. Rest assured, democracy is rotting in the dark. Rest assured, we vilified dissenters, pushed out black renters, and tore down their housing just to build a little urban park. God, I tell you, old America really knows how to leave its mark. Blaze a trail, leave 100 scars. Rip your free speech out your throat. Demonize the man who told you it was so, and leave him freezing in a cell in Belmarsh, perpetually awaiting extradition, thrown to the wolves of claustrophobia and malnutrition. And all that we can hope is that we catch Uncle Joe in a fleeting, lucid moment of his flickering, senile fascist mission. That maybe we could trick him into thinking Julian is just a sweet, blonde, middle school Christian. She got mixed up with a few bad apples, slapped with some charges, and thrown into prison. Joe would set him free without a moment's hesitation under one condition: that he can sniff her hair before she goes back to school and he goes back to business. But if Joe's just had his shots, then we haven't got a chance of getting past his black and white vision, getting past his gut reaction to appease all of his donors' sick requests and shape policy and law around corporate mandated decisions. So really, all along, I think Julian was one man standing in a tempest with the fearlessness of true conviction. And if his is the only conviction we see after he shed a light on this country's most poisonous schemes all come to fruition, and we all collectively stare at the ground because we felt like our hands were too tied beyond signing petitions, while he's tortured to death for attempting to warn and enlighten admittedly not quite the brightest of citizens, and half of this country just won't take the time to uncover the truth, or they just don't mind, so they're quick to dismiss it and say it's a difficult position. Well, then we're back to the comfort of centrist delusion, right back to sleep for the ignorant sheep who resisted themselves into one protracted contusion, twisting themselves into knots to correct all your stimulus check-based confusion, wrapping their necks round their backs as they justify overflow migrant detention or fracking pollution. Then Kamala laughs, and the camera pans down to her shoes. And that footage is 90% of your 6 o'clock news, except for a feel-good story about a man who, at 95 years...
No, Indy left. What is happening here?
To check out
And the
independent
$50 gift card
The Indie
means
News
this
Network.
month
Indie Left
he'll
News?
afford his...
Oh, hey, Indie Left.
IndependentLeft.news. Great work.
Indie Left News.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
Shout out to Independent Left News. Shout out.
Oh, what's up, Independent Left?
Friend show.
Thank you, Independent Left.news.
The INN, Indy, you're wonderful.
I think Indy was onto something.
Independent News Network, Indie News.
Yeah.
What's up, Indy, over on Rockfin?
Independent News Network, also known as INN.
Indy Left News. I don't know if I would have made it through that 3 weeks without Indy, honestly.
No, I was just going to ask Indy.
A huge thank you and shout out to Indie Left.
No,
you know what we're doing? We're world building, Indy.
Indie Left News.
You were doing the INN recruiting.
Indie News.
Independent Left News.
Shout out to Independent Left News.
Check out Independent Left News.
At Kennedy News.
I see Indy's in the chat. Hi, Indy. Okay, great. Bye.
Who is this Indie Left News they speak of, according to cookies? That's a good question. Hey, that's me. Hey, hi everybody. It's Sunday night. It's how do we miss that? And we're back for yet another week. Well, that was fun. Technical stuff that happens at the last moment. We just never seem to be able to...
At least you didn't have a hot mic the whole time, this time.
Well, not this time, but we've certainly had that issue before, too.
Okay.
All right. Woo!
We did.
Breathe. Take a drink. We did it. We did the thing. We hit the buttons. We're here. Hi, everybody! We got some people in chat. We got a bunch of people in chat. No, actually, it's Sunkissed. No coffee tonight. But we got Boomer here. Oz the Boomer. Oz had a great show last night.
Okay?
Yes, I am okay. But we already had a big cup today, and I don't know. I didn't feel like brewing it early. So anyway, everybody here needs to hear all that.
Yeah, they do.
It's Sunday night, like I said. So we know what time it is. It's time for How Do We Miss That? Our links look different today. I don't know if you noticed tonight. I added links, and you can find me on Substack Notes, and that's my link to find me over there. Just let a couple people get in here. We're up to 20. Love to get that up a little bit higher. I'm going to start playing CJ games. I see our numbers over here. They're pumping. It's been a killer week over at INN. We had Lee Camp over with Reade on Friday. If you missed that, and of course last night Reef was over with Misty over for Bitch. So Angel in the Afternoon, episode 20. Angel's already done 20 live streams. This guy, when he got to INN, I think he'd uploaded 2 videos to his channel total. So proud and happy for him. And Colin was back on RBN doing panels, and Misty all over the place. It's wow. So catch up with all that on the INN Substack, indienewsnetwork.substack.com for sure. Because all of that is embedded and all that is linked, and you can catch up. I've been putting together one of these email/websites every week for everyone at the network so that you can see everything that everyone's up to. So Joe killing it in the last couple days. If you haven't seen Joe over on Twitter at STFU Shitlib3, definitely give him a follow. Big Mad Crab killing it. Everyone, wow. It's been fun. It's been fun. I don't normally get involved in any of this like kind of drama streamer nonsense, whatever, but somehow I got caught up in a little bit of it this weekend, and okay. It was INN, and we all got kind of involved, and that was fun. So check that out. I don't want to really get into that, but we're here to talk about stories, talk about news, and talk about some worker stuff. That's really cool. I'm excited about what's happening there. But I do want to give special shout out. We have updated our scrolling ticker to thank some of our latest donors. I checked over on the INN Patreon, patreon.com/Indie News Network, INDIE News Network. We did get another new subscriber over there, so thank you very much. We also, the Talking Wombat has been a Patreon sub for a few months. I got them added. Last Sunday night at the very end of the show, Jordan Deck put in a super chat, so thank you so much to Jordan. On Monday night, Willie Bragg put in a super chat over at Politically Homeless with Greg, with Crab and Chris. Greg, they do a fun show over there. And like I said, we got a new $3 a month Patreon subscriber to Indie News Network, and that's Deconstructing Topics. Thank you so much to Deconstructing Topics for subscribing and supporting independent media. All right. So I got my little spiel. It's time for me to get started. It's 10:09. Oh my God, I'm sorry, everybody. I know we're running late. Hi, welcome everybody. How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That is a show featuring articles written by independent journalists who expose corruption, cover workers' organizing, and environmental crises while challenging corporate establishment narratives and talking points. New episodes stream live Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Rockfin, Substack, Facebook, Telegram channels. Podcast is usually published within a couple days on Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart, and more. I am Indy, as everybody has kind of heard over here. I am the co-host. I am the founder and editor of the Indie Media Today Substack. Go check us out over there. That's where the link, you can go over there from that. Creator and founder of the Indie Media Awards. Let's see. Hopefully that works and you can hear that. All right. We are also the co-host and producer of American Tradition with Jett on INN. We are the executive producer for The Politics of Survival with Reade on INN. Like I said, Lee Camp was on this past week. And we are also the associate producer for the Misty Winston show on TNT Radio. And go give that a follow if you haven't already. Next, we got this guy sitting next to me. Hey, Reef Breland. Oh, yeah, that guy. Sorry. That's Reef. Reef's been setting up his bubbler over there and his vape machine, and he's going to have his bong cam set up on the fisheye lens. And he's my co-host. He's my buddy. He's my best friend. We talk and hang out every day. He is INN's technical director, creator, engineer, and co-host of INN News, producer for The Politics of Survival with Reade on INN, and producer for Bitch with Comrade Misty, also on INN. And he's also like a co-host over there, kind of now. So both of us are co-founders of Indie News Network. That's a collaborative family of independent content creators. You can find all of our channels on inn.network. We have the shorter URL. I figured let's use that one instead. We also have indienews.network, but inn.network is just much easier to remember. Make sure, please.
He wants to confuse everyone with a new one.
Yep, always. Every couple of months.
You already learned the first one.
Well, inn.network is just much easier. They all know INN. Anyway.
Is it?
Well, share this link. Share this link to the stream. Like the stream. Subscribe to our channel on all the platforms where you watch and listen. It helps. 5-star rating, too, if you can do that. That really helps. Thank you. So, we have a bunch of stories to get to. And we have literally a fire of a thumbnail. And let's go to there. Yeah, it worked. They hit the buttons and it worked the right way. All right, Itty Bean. So that's our thumbnail for tonight. We got some stories about labor. I know Reef loves it when we talk about labor. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Ukraine, what's going down in Ukraine. And we are going to talk about free school lunches, which as a parent, I am in big support of, and they're going to lay out the costs, and we're going to talk about the states that are doing it and commend them and talk about some of that story. But Teamsters Power is what we're going to be talking about first tonight. And phew, wow, they've had a heck of a week, huh? And I want to showcase some of the stuff that's been going on over with our friends at Teamsters. big supporters, and shout out to what they've been doing this week.
Power?
Labor power. So it starts out Monday morning with our friend JB. Now, we were here last Sunday night on the 16th. So literally Monday morning, JB's asking, do you think the White House is going to force a Teamsters union contract? And most people are saying yes, and had a decent number of votes. But I said, and now I was looking at, well, this is not a good sign that you've got Sean O'Brien claiming that he's asked the White House not to intervene. Now, Cat City Cool claims that it's an excellent sign that the Teamsters are not playing around. But I said, what are they going to do when the White House does intervene and UPS brings in scabs? Because that's what's being set up here. Well, that's what they want to happen, etc. So that's one thing that happened. However, later on, there was another thing that happened, which is that also no bueno, UPS to train non-union employees as talks stall with the union for 340,000 employees. Now, again, this was last Monday. This happened since we were here last together. So I wanted to showcase a couple of those things because a couple of big things happened since then. Then, okay, on Wednesday morning, the People's City Council tweeted this out, that UPS or the UPS drivers had a massive rally. Okay. And you could see just how many signs and how many people are standing at that rally. And I know cameras can kind of tell a story and be framed to tell a certain story, but that's a pretty substantial number of workers there. I'm gonna play the audio.
Garrett, pump it to me, please. One of those buttons.
People that make UPS the success that they are, they chose to walk away. They chose to leave our members behind.
Okay. So this is Sean O'Brien, who's the head of the Teamsters union. Again, 340,000 UPS workers he represents. So People's City Council was there. I then said that the sound that you hear is all the executives at UPS simultaneously shitting their pants. And then we got even more good news because the 3,300 UPS pilots said that they will stand in solidarity with the 340,000 Teamsters should they choose to strike and not fly. Here's the article. And this warmed my heart. So the union representing UPS pilots says they will not cross picket lines if Teamsters drivers and package sorters walk off the job when the current contract expires on August 1st, resulting in the immediate shutdown of the Express Logistics Company's global air operations. UPS has 3,300 pilots represented by the Independent Pilots Association, a separate union from the Teamsters. But if the Teamsters go on strike, we will honor that strike and we will not fly. Sorry, I just want to make this a little bigger, make it a little bit easier for everyone to see. Right? UPS pilots are allowed under their collective bargaining agreement to honor primary picket lines and did that for 16 days during the Teamsters strike in 1997. It's critical. So in 97, 100% of their pilot group respected your picket lines by not turning an aircraft wheel on behalf of the company. Right? The solidarity is awesome. We will honor any potential IBT strike and act in sympathy with our fellow workers at UPS. Even with freighters in service, a strike by 340,000 package drivers would effectively ground most UPS Airlines operations, right? Because there would be few, if any, personnel to load and unload aircraft, process packages, deliver them to and from airport facilities. But they would try to hire, here, it says it's training non-union employees to handle packages in the event that there is a labor disruption. But this is very good news, but however, we don't have a strike fund. How do the pilots for the UPS not have a strike fund? That's scary. Now, I just hope that when it comes down to it, that they actually do strike in solidarity. I'm guessing that they will. And that, by the way, is bringing management back to the table. And that's the other thing that I wanted to mention here is that, so here's another, that they're just practicing. This was another Wednesday article from Labor Notes, Luis Felice Leon, as well as Alexandra Bradbury. She's the managing editor over there, so she's like the big cheese. People are paying attention. It would be the largest strike at a private employer in decades. So they are trying very hard to avert a strike, and they want to make a deal. And we'd like to see them make a deal, as long as the drivers and the workers and the union members get what they deserve and what they're asking for. This lays out a lot of what they want. Teamsters have won TAs to end two-tier pay. So now the $15 an hour part-time versus $20 an hour full-time, enforced 6-day work for drivers, right? Installing air conditioning in new trucks, making Martin Luther King Day a paid holiday, eliminating driver-facing surveillance cameras. Very important there, right? We don't want to see that facial recognition stuff coming in. So this is all good news. And I think that the pilots really making that move made a huge difference in why management is coming back to the table, and they're doing all they can to avoid this, because they thought that if they could still fly, that they could weather through with these scabs, but they can't replace 3,300 pilots. They would really be finished. Right. Negotiations stalled on top economic issues. Front and center is the union's demand to raise the pay of the part-timers who do the most of the unseen work in warehouses, sorting, loading, unloading parcels, backbreaking pace while supervisors scrutinize and hassle them. Of course they do, because their number, their pay and their bonuses are based upon the time management and the time efficiency of the staff. So that's their incentive, is to work these guys practically to death. I mean, they're not financially struggling, but they still have to, you gotta have a life. I mean, they're blue collar workers. So a strike would cost estimated UPS $170 million a day. I love seeing that. Competitors could only absorb a fraction of its 20 million daily packages. But like it says, the 3,300 pilots represented by an independent union have pledged that they will not cross the picket lines, which is huge. But, right, part-timers deserve more. We've been saying that for a long time. Part-time starting pay has crawled up from $8 an hour to just $15.50 today, which is good. Right, but here's a preloader. He works from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., then delivers food for Instacart in the afternoon, racking up 12-hour days because he's only got part-time. So he's making how much? $16.65 an hour. And working five hours. Right. Scrape. Well, Luigi, I know Luigi Morris is in the same type of situation where he can't even get full-time hours for UPS. He's got to find another job, right? He does photography and he writes and he does journalism, but he's also got, another one of these gig economy type of roles in order to be able to try to pay rent. And he lives, I believe, either in Brooklyn or Queens or somewhere out in New York. UPS is a numbers company. She urges members to request a team lift if a package weighs more than 70 pounds, right? But some people would just rather deal with the heavy box rather than a supervisor yelling at them. The preloaders are heaving 150-pound boxes in sweltering heat without enough fans. Right? They want to give a heavy slap on the wrist, take time away from people, money away. It's a militaristic style of discipline. And that's just it. Supervisors exert tyrannical control, posting schedules late, screwing up payroll, threatening to fire you, or just staring at you for 20 minutes while you race to unload a trailer at the mandated speed of 1,000 packages an hour. I mean, this is UPS has massive profits. They did $8.6 billion in stock buybacks. We covered that last week in the last 2 or 3 years. And that alone would more than cover the cost to take care of all of this. What they don't want is to set a precedent and to set a wave of everybody across the board getting raises, because this is what unions can deliver potentially, is raising all boats. So Sean O'Brien, boats. We'll have some more boats later, but Sean O'Brien made a campaign theme of his willingness, even enthusiasm, to strike UPS, and I like hearing those words because it's willing. You have to be willing to actually go through with it. And I don't think that a lot of the previous leadership. I don't think that the leadership for the UAW, for example, which is potentially on the verge of a strike, I don't think they are excited to potentially strike and hold corporate accountable and really bring corporate to their knees. So unless corporate is planning on giving in to the demands of the workers, they're going to need to find a whole lot of workers, meaning 340,000, blue collar, hard laborers, and 3,300 pilots in the next 8-9 days. That's good luck. Shout out to Joe, by the way, STFU Shitlib 3. INN's Joe works at the Philly Air Freight Hub. I do need to talk to his ramp manager. He did offer that at one point, and I completely have dropped the ball on that. And I need to get back. And now that we're getting close to strike, I really want to learn about what they're telling him. Is he getting pressure from corporate inside? Is he getting corporate, management pressuring him about what they're going to do and about organizing? Are they trying to stop them from organizing? Are they holding, anti-union meetings, for example? I don't know. I don't know if Teamsters are going to put up with that stuff. I don't think that they will, but here it is. It was up to locals and the rank and file to pick up these tools and use them. The power was built in tens of thousands of conversations in UPS hubs, parking lots, and cafes over the past year. Labor Notes interviewed over 24 UPSers, far more than we have space to quote here, for a taste of this rich organizing. And this is organizing. This is like and accomplishing stuff and holding management to account. And I want to see more of this. I want to see more of this over with Amazon, which is why I'm kind of glad in a way that the Teamsters made a concerted effort 2 years ago. We covered that, if you remember. We were like, is it really a good thing that the Teamsters are really making a push to unionize Amazon nationwide? And well, now Sean O'Brien is here. He was not the leader of the Teamsters then. And I think that he's bringing a different kind of mindset to unionization, to what's happening over at UPS with the Teamsters for drivers and for workers. And he's got a fighting spirit. I can see it. So again, part-timers have a separate meeting after work since the shifts don't align. But to bring the groups together, they organize a barbecue. So that's the best thing they've done so far. We love seeing that. Drivers help pitch in for raffle prizes for food. Everyone brought their own tables and chairs. We set up at a local park. And just to get these drivers and these workers talking amongst themselves and sharing stuff and building camaraderie and building solidarity is huge. Part-timers pledged to support a key demand of full-time drivers, increasing their contribution to the Central Region Pension Fund. And the drivers would back part-timers' demand for $25 an hour and more full-time jobs. Seems fair enough, right? Everybody wins. Teamsters teaching Teamsters, and you've got Indiana part-timer and shop steward Elba Lieb, who heard about TDU through word of mouth, right, and went through its 2020 convention, hoping to join the women's committee. So in her 27 years of UPS, she had always seen herself as a fighter, but as an isolated one. She was trying to fight management, right, by herself. Suddenly the world opened up and wait, they're teaching classes on how to be a steward? There's this group out there that was educating Teamsters on how to enforce their contracts. That's great. So, yeah. Hey, we got some soundboard, folks. 135 local UPS delivery drivers are out practice picketing, whereas the previous administration would have only sent business agents to do it. Business agents.
Okay.
Right. So we've got from 97 till now, and these are some of they're interviewing Alano, who he was there in 1997. Right. They've got a few people that now he had just started as a part-time loader then, but now the energy that people had afterwards, I felt connected to everyone. We accomplished something together. And I think they're going to accomplish something together again this time. I really do. My feeling is that between the pilots and, here's the RIP to the two-tier system, right? That the Teamsters campaign at UPS is reverberating throughout the labor movement. UAW President Shawn Fain, elected this year with the backing of a TDU-inspired rank-and-file movement, traveled to New York to rally with O'Brien. And then he went to the White House to play kissy face with Joe Biden. So I'm a little...
Chief O'Brien?
I am not as high on Shawn Fain and the UAW, especially given their history with workers as the Teamsters, which have a much different reputation, but they have always tended to be more about their workers than their management, in my experience.
Bring back Jimmy Hoffa.
Well, Jimmy Hoffa III was just Teamsters president a couple of terms ago, but I don't believe that he was terribly popular or effective. Not nearly. See, I don't know if he necessarily even came out of the rank and file, but I know that. Why is this? I'm sorry, everybody. Is this cut off? Look at that.
It was okay for me.
No, that screen was cut off for whatever reason. I don't know why. Well, yeah, it was okay for you because you're seeing my whole screen, but okay. Anyway, Alexandra.
Why?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, thank you. I feel as lost as Joe Biden sometimes on this stage. Wow. He's had a bit of a rough week, I would say. But yeah, we can do practice picketing.
Not that was him, but
right. They're gonna bring UPS to their knees, and I really am a believer in.
Can they just say practice picketing is picketing, and then therefore picket?
Well, except that they're not really on strike, and they're doing it on. Well, no, because they're doing it on their own time. So,
okay.
I mean, and are they doing it necessarily
my point still stands?
Are they doing it in front of the UPS facility? I don't think so. I think they're like doing it in a parking lot.
I hope so.
I think they're doing it in.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Because they don't want to antagonize the situation. They're looking to negotiate a contract.
Okay. Why not? Okay. I mean, good luck with that. Like,
well, that's
you could do both.
That's what they're doing. All right, so what's going on?
If it's already not on company time.
There's the snow himbo. What's going on, man? We need to set up a time, and it looks like we're going to be doing something at midnight tomorrow night. I don't know if we're going to do it live. We'll probably just record it and run it another time, but we're working on something funny, something interesting, and we've both been going through searching for a job, and there's so much to that and so much crap around that we could actually make a show. and at least do an episode or two talking about some of the craziness that's going on for people that are searching for a job and all the hoops that they have to jump through and all the bullshit that companies ask for. And we'll get into all that. I just wanted to shout out Himbo for that. I'm excited to do that though. But critical thinking.
Do it.
Typically, senior level executives, companies pay the premiums and receive the death benefit if the employee dies. Yes, I've seen that type of stuff too. Insured heirs or families do not receive a dime. I've seen that. But usually it's not like a huge policy. It's 25 or 50 or 30,000 or whatever it is. But as a business, the cost to replace an employee that they have lost in any way in fake business, right? In any way, shape, or form, I understand. I mean, it's harsh. It's a terrible way to think. But I get why they also take out that kind of life insurance on an employee, because in order to replace it, they have an out-of-pocket cost that they can subsidize and supplement and plan for potentially. I'm not sure exactly
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Yes. I'm not sure what that costs them, and it doesn't cost them much, which is why they all do it. But there was more Teamster action this week.
Yes.
Yeah. But there was more Teamster action this week, and that was with Yellow Freight. And
Teamster action?
Yeah.
What are you trying to film now, bro?
Hey, man.
What are you?
Well, and we've got our boy. Shout out to Luis Feliz Leon from Labor Notes. We featured him in that last article. He co-wrote that. Here's he's also been following this Teamster story with Yellow Freight Corp. And I don't know if you've seen this video. This is a 1-minute video that's been going around, and
I have,
about the pensions at Yellow Corp, which they say are not being lost but are no longer accruing. All right, that Yellow recently failed to fulfill their financial obligations regarding its pension payments, and is on the verge of bankruptcy. And they're going to be filing Chapter 7, I believe, as early as Monday. But I'm going to play this video, and it's really... Wait, hold on.
Yeah, this guy went 30 years and they took his pension, right?
Yep.
Say it with your chest.
Dude, 30 years.
That's your motherfucking buddy. Tell them.
I've been here 30-something motherfucking years. I agree too. 30-something fucking years. You tell me I ain't got no money.
30 years, dog.
Nobody tell me to calm my ass down. Fuck everybody tell me to calm down. God damn it.
Yeah. Fuck everybody.
yeah, dude. Don't tell anyone to calm that man down. Fucking.
Fuck that shit, man. So this is what I was
saying. Fuck that shit. Fuck you.
Anytime the government. Anytime the government bails out a corporation or gives some. Fucking job. It ain't you. It's these motherfuckers right here.
Yeah, it ain't you.
I mean, I'm surprised that didn't just turn into.
It ain't you. Well,
I'm surprised that didn't turn into.
Fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, here. Somebody says, Community Notes neglects to mention that when Yellow Corp is finalized in bankruptcy, there's a huge chance of pensions being lost, but execs and higher-ups are getting their money and their assets. So in essence, yes, they are losing their pensions, and this sucks so hard. Misty is saying that it's disgusting and asking RBN, hey, can we try to find this guy or someone who works here for their...
What's that community note? Read that community note.
Yeah, oh, it's terrible. It's from the Hill.
Pensions at Yellow Corp are not being lost. I know. It's from the Hill. But are no longer accruing. Yellow Corp recently failed to fulfill their financial obligations regarding its pensions payment. So they're no longer putting money into their pensions. So therefore, they don't have a fucking pension, the Hill. What are you doing?
Well, they still do. The money that was already there is still there. But on top of that, so now you've got the Teamsters, which are now stopping. They stop Yellow's attempt to thwart a strike over delinquent benefits contributions. So the U.S. District Court of Kansas ruled today against Yellow Corp denying the company's request for an injunction to stop the Teamsters from striking. So Teamsters were saying, if you don't like put money into this account, if you don't continue to put it in, we're going to strike.
Yeah, it's
because what's going to end up happening is that the bank is going to end up seizing the account because you're not continuing to make payments on the account. So Yellow thought they could scheme a system, but the law was on the side of the workers against Sean O'Brien. So company has 2 more days to fulfill its obligations or we will strike. Teamsters at Yellow were furious and ready to act. Strong language. So what happened? Well, about 3 hours ago, now about 4 hours ago, I saw this from Luis. Strike averted at YRC Freight and Holland. The Central States,
of course it is,
and Health and Welfare Fund agreed Sunday to extend healthcare benefits for workers at Yellow Corp, operating companies YRC Freight and Holland, under intense pressure from Teamsters President Sean O'Brien and General Secretary Fred Zuckerman. Good. The extension of healthcare benefits for Teamsters and their families averts a strike at the freight companies, which could have begun on Monday after Yellow failed to make contractually obligated benefit payments of $50 million to Central States on July 15th. Now, here's the thing. The agreement by Central States at the urging of the Teamsters gives Yellow 30 days to pay its bills with the understanding the company will do so within the next 2 weeks. That's only kicking the can down the road, guys.
If. Right.
But they may declare bankruptcy and blow this whole thing out. The intense discussions, right.
But also, this is the only thing this is the only part of the deal you want? Dude, I'd strike for everything else anyway.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not your one thing.
Right. The intense discussions between Teamsters leadership and Central States successfully convinced fund trustees to reverse their previous decision that healthcare benefits would end on July 23rd if Yellow remained delinquent. O'Brien subsequently ordered the Teamsters National Freight Industry Negotiating Committee to meet in person with Yellow representatives on Sunday evening. Meetings will take place in D.C. to review the state of the company and the current contract. So now,
and guess who won't show up?
Joe Biden? Anybody from the Biden administration?
Anybody from the yellow, like,
well,
you know what I mean?
I think Yellow wants to stop the workers from striking, so they are going to be there. The reversal by Central States will keep healthcare benefits paid. So Central States is basically fronting this. Yellow better show up, or Central States is going to end them as a company right now. That's effectively what they're saying. So what they're saying is, as the Teamsters and them sit down, right, all right, they're going to keep benefits. Our members at YRC Freight and Holland cannot work without health care, and the Teamsters work tirelessly to ensure an immediate strike at Yellow could be averted. Right, so these discussions were not easy, but Central States has made meaningful movement under pressure from the union. So now, instead of getting the $50 million from Yellow, now this Central States has to provide health care to all the drivers as Yellow goes bust. Right? But Teamsters at Yellow simply work too hard and have already given so much. We are seeking a real resolution, but to let this solution today serve as a profound reminder that our members can only endure so many sacrifices. Yeah. Well, we'll see where this goes. And I mean, this Central States Health and Welfare Fund cannot continue to fund workers. So somewhere Yellow is going to have to come up with some kind of bridge new financing that will cover the workers and keep them going, or they'll have to, I don't know what. They'll have to go Chapter 7 and someone will buy it out and close the pension fund. And that's what everybody wants to get their hands on. That's cash. Their pension fund has a ton of money because it was actually funding all of their employees, their retirees. But I'm glad that they've averted a strike temporarily because the workers still do need to work. I don't know how much of a strike fund they had. Props to Sean O'Brien for once again stepping up And let me tell you, that guy has been all over the place. His handle is at Teamsters SOB. So if you look him up and give him a follow, Teamsters SOB. I didn't want to show. I didn't know what was gonna. Teamster SOB.
X videos trending in the United States.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to show up there. So, what I wanted to show you very quickly at Teamster SOB. That's Sean O'Brien. Give him a follow. But he's been all over the place. So if I look at that, we should talk about that too. Yeah.
Stop working with that lady.
I am not a fan of them allowing AOC to grandstand. Yeah, knucklehead. This would have been avoided if the Teamsters and Sean O'Brien didn't act so reckless and immature with 30,000 jobs by stopping Yellow from completing their one Yellow strategy. Well, here you go. Tomei, here's from
Their
Truth
husband
Out.
about a puppy.
Right? What about a puppy? No, I wanted to show that he's kind of been all over the place.
You don't read.
What about a puppy? No,
Pause. Back down. Ryan
This?
Riker.
Okay.
During the call, Tomei compared the negotiations to a disagreement she had with her husband about a puppy.
Ooh. Yeah, that's bad.
Did we rub her nose in it?
With her $19 million salary, or $19 million comp package, with $11.3 billion in profits last year. Garbage. Okay. Are you willing? Why are you willing to sacrifice 22,000 members? Well, some people are calling him out about the Yellow deal.
Sure.
You can see that. But
why are they calling him out? What's the overall consensus?
Well, that they were going to be striking, and now he's stopped them from striking by getting them health care. But their company is still in deep trouble. And
But is that everything they wanted? Like, what was their demands?
They have a list.
If that was your only demand was the healthcare, this is nothing. Like, I'm sure you wanted your minimum wage to be increased. I'm sure you wanted like better conditions and air conditioning in your vehicles and like and they're throwing this healthcare thing at you. Right.
Well, let's take a closer look at what people are saying about him. Unions still killing America. All right. Anyone know what Brotherhood? All right. That's Teamsters Canada. I bet No Labels doesn't support the unions. Right. But there were a couple of people there that I saw. So true. If you agree to a 2-week extension, I want to know. So why, if it's not in good faith, when UPS fuck us over every day? Right. Looks like Teamsters for the win. Your company intimidation techniques failed in case you wanted an update. Did they? Yeah, please don't have AOC on anything.
They didn't get what they want. Yeah.
You know, yesterday, again, he visited a local 728 in Atlanta. He is all over the place. Like that, to me, like he's meeting with Teamsters. He is a voice and a champion for the Teamsters, and he is putting out specific messaging on behalf of the workers and the people he represents. Yes, I do think he is.
I don't. If he's going to meet up with AOC and kill strikes that are actually happening.
Yes, I
agree. You might need to
that.
rethink that. Like
having her on and going on MSNBC is bad. Yes, I agree.
And I'm sure that's not the only Democrat he's willing to cater to get any more power.
Right. If Yellow files bankruptcy, there will be nothing to strike for.
You don't understand what's happening.
Here. Teamster, Sean O'Brien needs to find them good union jobs when Yellow goes down. Teamsters need to take care of Teamsters. Reach out to each other. We're helping out Yellow friends best we can. Yes.
Right. And if they're already going to lose I'd say continue to strike.
They haven't started to
strike. At least that allows you to like, that's what I'm saying. But they've already called it off. Essentially, to get some health care. But I'm sure that wasn't the only demand.
No. Definitely not.
So it feels like union leadership is throwing the bargaining chips away when they have the power right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it.
Well, nobody at these workers, it does not seem that they, unless they will be getting, look, I saw how much their strike fund is going to pay them. It's like $500 a week if you're a full-timer or $250 a week if you're a part-timer. You can't live on that.
Yeah, but if their jobs aren't even like they might be going away, right? Like, isn't that what this is saying?
I'm talking even about the UPS guys.
That they might shut down.
I'm talking about the UPS guys even. Right? Like, even strike pay, solidarity strike pay is, yes, and we support UPS workers, but understand that some of these workers, they're not in a position where they're already living paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford strike fund pay.
Where's the Teamster war chest?
That's what the strike fund is. You get $500 a week. That's what the war chest is.
Where is it?
What do you mean?
I'm saying like they don't. I'm betting Teamsters have quite a bit more funding than that. How many how many Democratic dinners have they done to get cash?
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm saying. Like, why are you not spending that right now? If 500 isn't enough to keep these people running, then give them more.
Obviously,
I don't know.
They probably can't afford to, but I don't know. Yeah, here, I sent a letter with nearly 200 colleagues in the Senate and House with a simple message. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, they're boned.
Yep. We know what happens now. Bullshit. Gaslighting Bernie. I think this helped. No, this did not help. What helped?
No.
Double D, whatever nonsense bullshit bot you are, was the pilot saying that they will strike.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Look at all the bots. It's so funny. Right. Isn't this a bot account? Maybe. All right. So solidarity with the workers, solidarity with UPS drivers. I don't want to see anybody have to go out on strike because that means that they will have serious impacts to their income. They could potentially lose their health care. We've seen that happen often, that during the strike, management pulls health care for these guys. You got people that are sick. You got people whose wives and families, I mean, like, here, UPS telling everyone how mean the Teamsters are. We did this one last week. Yep, still funny. So, getting back to the two of us. Oh, okay. So, yeah, really hot summer. Cynic, how are you? Good to see you here. Kill your egregores. Good to see you here. Everybody is here in chat. Chill. Go start. The boys from the Goldbergs are on Pyramid, and they're exactly like their characters. Isn't David Sirota? He was a writer for the Goldbergs, I believe. That's funny.
You know what my thing with this union stuff, I feel like, is it feels reformist. In the same way voting harder feels reformist. You know? Like we're supposed to be happy for little crumbs and whatever, like
I don't,
you know, like you're trying to reform a system as opposed to taking it over.
Well, no, you're trying to get more out of the people that are, they don't, you know, they will give you as little as they absolutely have to give you. And you have to,
I get that,
do all you can do to make sure that you
stop accepting it.
Well, The problem is that like life.
Stop accepting the crumbs they give you.
Life and rent,
bro.
and
Life's gonna keep going, regardless. Like you might as well take the sacrifice now.
Well,
before it gets worse.
That's nobody ever wants to actually take the hit. Nobody wants to be in the position
no one wants to start.
Hit.
No one wants to start the general strike either. So, but this is my thing: is that unions in and of themselves are like doing the least amount they can do instead of going full gusto and throwing everything they got at the wall. Like it's wartime. Like they've been at war. It's time to start fighting back. Not, I don't know. Again, reformist. It feels like, So.
I just want to get these guys.
You know how I feel about
some relief,
stuff like that. I get
some
it.
Relief, anything like yes, in a way, but people are desperate, man. It's they've been getting crushed for so long. It's just they need something. They badly need something right now. And I think that there is a list for the Teamsters and for the UPS, and I think that they will hopefully follow through and bring UPS to their knees. But that remains to be seen. Stay tuned, and we will certainly have more next weekend, because I'm guessing that by next Sunday, things are going to ramp up and intensify even more. But we got more stories. So Amazon strikes. Now, the other thing is Colin and I, you know what? Let's go back 1 second. Colin and I were talking about this, and Reef too. They are trying heavily to distract people with all kinds of nonsense. And the bigger the distraction, the bigger the shit they're going to end up pulling. So we've seen them already fund another $1.4 billion for Ukraine and for weaponry in the last couple of days. But just, getting back to, you had Messi and his whole debut, and then the debut of Barbie, and that in theaters. And it's sucking up so much of the oxygen amongst the normie culture that they have zero focus or attention span to pay attention to anything about what's happening, especially with any kind of ongoing crises that have kind of been in the background, unless they flare up and there is a big thing that happens. And my feeling is that while all of this distraction is happening right now, they are preparing or setting up to do something even larger, whether that is continuing to ramp up more with Ukraine, continuing to do stuff in China. And I think those are the two big things foreign wise.
China,
more with police stuff, more with taking away and doing. I think part of it is that they're trying to distract from the hearings that have been happening on Capitol Hill regarding the censorship industrial complex and the merger of social media companies and intel organizations and political campaigns and private NGOs, and all of them working in cahoots with each other to craft a narrative and to suppress speech from people like us, unfortunately. Everyone tells us regularly that they can't find INN. They can't find Indie News Network wherever they search. And it makes us all crazy. But there is a good story here about some things that are happening in UK and in Michigan. So we've got some Amazon strikes that are happening, and I wanted to bring light to those as well. And we're going to talk about Ukraine in a little bit. That's a great thumbnail by Crab. Let's just go back here to Reef, and we got, where is our Michigan story? Here we go. All right, so Michigan Amazon workers staged the largest delivery station strike yet. So we see more good news happening on the strike front. And this was on Prime Day. So 60 warehouse workers
was
July 11th and 12th. July 11th and 12th. So guess who? Yeah. Our friend Luis Feliz Leon. Again, shout out to Luis Feliz Leon. He has been really on it this month. Love it. And I told him, thank you for the work that you're doing. He thanked me for shouting out and amplifying his stories, which I really appreciate. But we need like 20 or 30 or 40 more of him, and even more that go even harder than him. I love him, and I really do appreciate his reporting. But I thought that last week on his story with Smalls, he laid off the Smalls part and went hard on everything else, which I can kind of get, because it's kind of hard. It's like the argument, and look, we've been going hard at Smalls for a long time, but they've been saying it's like the argument with the squad. Like I said, it's the best we have, and do you want to punch the people who might be your friends? That's the David Sirota argument. My answer is yes, because they're not really your friends. This guy is not our friend. This guy has not been representing labor. Not well enough. What has he, like, look what Sean O'Brien is doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, in the middle of Amazon's Prime Day promotional sales rush, 60 warehouse workers walked out for more than 3 hours at its delivery station in Pontiac, Michigan, bringing the facility to the brink of total shutdown. A delivery station is the last warehouse an Amazon package passes through before it's loaded onto a truck or van en route to your house or your business to the customer. This year's Prime Day shopping bonanza, July 11th and 12th, set a record for the largest sales day in Amazon's history, which is also, by the way, a good thing for Amazon workers. It's a bad thing because Amazon gets record profits, and that goes right in Jeff Bezos' pocket. But that also supposedly Jeffrey Bezos. Yeah, that guy. It gives them less of an excuse to continue to squeeze the workers, the more and more money that they make. But the crush of Prime Day puts even more pressure on workers to keep up with conveyor belts overflowing with boxes that can weigh as much as 50 pounds. We were just talking about this with UPS, where they're lifting 70-pound or 100-pound boxes. Right? We are demanding a safe work environment where we're not straining, pulling muscles from lifting heavy packages, or tripping over boxes falling off the conveyor belt. And that's one of the strikers at the delivery station. They walked out after Amazon.
I Love Lucy scene.
Literally. But they walked out after Amazon retaliated by refusing to accommodate her when she sustained an injury on the job. Love that. Thanks. That strike shows that workers can fight back against this company. That's funny. And Pontiac warehouse worker Nick White, in a press release, said, "We invited them to extend their picket line to Michigan because this is one fight." That's in Palmdale. So they've been on strike. And I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago as well. Because I remember Rainier Shea was saying that that criticizing Chris Smalls potentially hurts the strike over there. And
How about no?
How about no? So, right. Safety is the top issue among Amazon's 1.6 million employees worldwide. Wow, 1.6 million employees. And that number doesn't even include the 275,000. They're not all evil henchmen.
You said it that way, though.
1.6 million
you
employees.
Said million, right.
Well,
yeah, you did that.
That's an unfathomable number of employees to work for one organization. Not including the 275,000 Amazon delivery drivers who are nominally employed by contractors through the company's delivery service, right? So workers at Amazon warehouses in the U.S. sustained nearly 39,000 injuries in 2022. Fuck. Right? Injury rate at warehouses is 70% higher than other warehouses. So we know that they're not taking care of their people. Company pushes workers to work at a pace. It breaks down their bodies. It influences the productivity metrics and the robotics of competitors like Walmart and Target. Right. So because Amazon sets this number, then Walmart and Target have to keep up pace and set their target for their target, set the standard of speed for their employees at the same level. They don't have to, but Wall Street and profits and capitalism dictates that if one's doing it, everything is a monkey see, monkey do in this business. Very rare to walk in a warehouse in any industry at all and see 1 million units being shipped. Right. 1 million a week is a high volume operation, but Amazon on a peak day is doing 1 million units a day. Right. Amazon grants us unpaid time off and then steals it back in 1 hour increments instead of the true time, the minimum 15 minutes. If you run out of UPT, you get fired. And then they'll just hire you back in 60 or 90 or 120 days, which also allows you not to accumulate time served and to potentially build towards full-time employment, because they usually hire you as a part-timer. But through petitions, marches on the boss, button-up actions, the workers in the delivery station have already notched some wins. For one, Amazon now provides them with bottled water at all times. That's great. Right? Unreal. So that sounds, maybe the governor of Texas should listen to that. Due to failing infrastructure, northern Michigan, of course, has been experiencing periodic water advisories when tap water isn't safe to drink unless you boil first. So workers can't use the warehouse water fountains. So they have to get provided with bottled water. Yep.
Water?
So,
water?
Yeah, water. We're going to do the water. Scorching heat, of course, another concern. They've been toiling in what OZA describes as near heat stroke conditions. Oh, man. The workers forced Amazon to install fans. Right, but while this remedy was short-lived, once the fans broke down, Amazon didn't replace them. Thank you so much.
Oh.
What? I gave you fans.
Hot.
I gave you fans.
And where was that facility?
In Michigan, Pontiac, Michigan. An Amazon spokesperson downplayed the Pontiac walkout, with less than 1% of the employees at the facilities participating in today's protest. We don't anticipate any significant impact on our operations. So she described DDT6 as a fulfillment center that opened this year with 1,200 employees. Unionize that shit now.
Nice.
Those figures are garbled. Delivery stations employ on average 100 to 200 workers. A fulfillment center is a much larger warehouse where customer orders are received and items are packed for shipping. There's a large robotic fulfillment center for Detroit 3, which employs 3,000, located at the same Pontiac site, and both facilities opened in 2021. So they're splitting all these potential roles and people up, partly to keep them from speaking to each other and from organizing, but also because some efficiency expert and some architect somewhere has shown them that they can save X amount of money with X amount of time from moving stuff from building to building to building rather than within the same building for whatever reason. Because if it was the same, if they could save money by doing it in the same building, they would. But Amazon sells this place as a career, but our drivers shouldn't have to do DoorDash. They shouldn't have to do Uber. They shouldn't have to do all these side gigs in order to make ends meet. Right? He makes $19.45, which is the $17.95 base rate plus $1.50 in night shift differential. These guys are making less than $20 an hour. Non-college educated workers have found new leverage by quitting and moving to better paying or easier jobs, forcing Amazon and its competitors to respond with sign-on bonuses and wage increases. White saw ads from Walmart and Target last year advertising warehouse jobs that started in the 20 to 24 range. So that's good. They should really be 30, 35, 40, at least for the physical work that they're doing.
There you go.
At least. Right, but ZipRecruiter lists $15 to $16.50 for a Walmart freight handler in Madison Heights, Michigan. Indeed shows a Target overnight warehouse job starting at $15.25 in Sterling Heights. That's just outside Detroit. I mean, those are nice areas. I mean, $15.25 an hour. Multiply that out by 40 hours, everyone. I'll wait. I believe it's $700 a week.
Oh, don't make people do math.
Yeah, do math. It's not enough. The $2,800 a month. That's not enough to pay rent, to eat, and to live.
No,
and it's barely enough to get by. And
what's the cost of living in Michigan? You think
higher than 15 and a quarter an hour? I would guess it's probably closer to 25. But overall, Amazon has put downward pressure on wages in the industry. U.S. warehouse wages have fallen over the last decade to an average of just under $46,000, far below what they were making decades ago. And now you've got the machines and the robots coming. They're just trying to bide their time until the robots can do all the work. Right? While worker productivity surged 62%, and they can't do all the work. And you still need someone to operate the machines. Machines can't operate the machines. We're not there yet. We may be there soon.
Madison Heights, monthly rent for a 1-bedroom apartment averages around $660.
Okay.
While a 3-bedroom around $1,000 for a month.
That's not a 3-bedroom apartment for
$52,000.
A 3-bedroom apartment for $1,000 a month. Well, good luck finding a 3-bedroom apartment. First of all,
not terrible.
That's not bad at all. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Median house cost $97,000.
The union capitulated to a $13 starting rate, rising to $15.50 in 2022. Yeah, there we go. Then President Jimmy Hoffa Jr. forced the contract through even after a majority voted it down. Didn't we talk about how Jimmy Hoffa Jr. wasn't very popular as a leader and how he wasn't the greatest Teamsters president and how Sean O'Brien seems to be different? Maybe. There's some red flags there when it comes to Sean O'Brien as well, and you can see that some of the yellow freight drivers are not very happy with him. And we'll see what happens in the end with the Teamsters. He's got a lot of very fiery rhetoric, but he's already begging the president to not intervene when the president is probably going to intervene in some way, shape, or form. So then what? I don't know what he's going to do. Will he shut them down? It seems like he might. I don't know. They've been practicing all month. They're certainly making that threat. They got the pilots on board. We'll see what happens. But we're again talking about Palmdale, California. By the way, I hear your Opera browser. The delivery drivers negotiated a contract with Amazon subcontractor for $30 an hour, but Amazon terminated the contract. They're now fighting for Amazon to honor that contract and bargain with the union as a joint employer. So part-timers are pushing at UPS, we know, for $25 an hour, more full-time jobs, and an end to the market rate adjustments that allow the company to hike wages to attract new hires when the labor market's tight, and then lower them when the labor supply is plentiful. That also screws over the existing workers that have been there and performing the work at maximum pace to the point where they need to bring in more workers. So you're going to pay those workers more than the ones who have already built that? I mean, it feels so wrong to do. A strong Teamster contract at UPS could show Amazon workers what a union could do. At a practice picket outside Brooklyn UPS hub on July 14th, Sean O'Brien rallied local 804 members. And I think Luigi Morris over from Left Voice was over at that rally. He says UPS is going to strike themselves until they get real, get smart. They made $100 billion off of all of you. Now's the time to reward the people that made them a tremendous success. We need to take this contract as a model, as an industry standard to organize the unorganized. So that's, yeah. I love that kind of talk. I just hope that it's not just talk. All right. I didn't want to talk about it, but kill your egregores. I hope Jimmy accepts Kyle's debate challenge tomorrow.
You don't have to. No, stop. You're good. I hope he doesn't.
I hope he doesn't either. I hope
no one has to talk about them again.
I hope Nick does, but if anyone does, but all right, we have more to this Amazon story.
That insider story.
Well,
hold up.
No, I don't. I don't want to use that today. I don't want to use that today. But I want to talk about what's going on in UK, because there was they got 2 facilities striking in the UK. KYE, I hope that they don't. Honestly, I just, they're dying for visibility and clicks out of an audience that has long since forgotten about them and ignored them. And I don't think that reintroducing them at this point, even for humiliation's sake, is really that beneficial to us. Honestly, we got much bigger shit to worry about than their garbage. But maybe I don't know. We'll see. But
don't do it. It's bad.
Yeah, exactly. But meanwhile, second UK Amazon facility votes to strike, and that's at Rugeley. I believe that, GMB senior organizer, Coventry, right? So that's after months of walkouts by workers at an Amazon warehouse, they plan to strike. The union has more than 500,000 members across the country, and they'll now strike for over 100 workers in Rugeley after 86% who voted to support the action. That's great. So now you've got 2 facilities over in the UK also fighting back and punching at Amazon. So they're getting it across the world. Yeah, their worker strike plans follow Amazon confirming last month that the fulfillment center is set to close and staff will be offered jobs at the company's new £500 million facility in Sutton Coldfield, due to open in October with 1,400 employees. All right. But the problem is, where is that? How far is that for their employees? I guarantee that it was not close. They voted to join strike action after Coventry. This is the second Amazon warehouse where organized by GMB Midlands to make Amazon pay £15 an hour and for the respective union rights. Right. So that after the 3-day walkout, the union revealed membership had hit 1,000 at the Coventry location. Senior organizer said that it was amazing to see so many Amazon workers over the course of Prime Week with queues around the corner to sign up and join the campaign. Great. So we've got some solidarity and some striking going on, and Amazon's got problems all over the world, not just here, but in the UK, they've got workers that are pissed off also. So I want to give a little bit of a shout out to that. That was a short one. That was Jessica Corbett over at Common Dreams, which is also an Indie Media Award honoree. I was on it. Thank you.
I like it, Picasso.
Thank you, sir. All right. So, we got a nice number of people here. So, Himbo, yeah, I know we would debate, Himbo would debate all these frauds, but I just don't see.
Yeah, I just don't care. No, I don't care.
Where's the win, man? I don't see the win. Right, Crab, it's not going to happen.
It's professional wrestling nonsense. They're trying to get attention.
His mom.
I'm good.
It's not his mom, Himbo. It's his stepmom. It's like they watch all that stepmom porn on Pornhub, and he's a single guy for a long time, and I think it got to him in the end. Like, he started working alongside her, and she gives off big stepmom vibes. So I don't know. Yes, it isn't worth giving them attention. Impossible not to get some residue on you. There's a funny conversation happening here. Jimmy Dore, I know, just did like and retweet a couple things in the last couple of minutes or whatever. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that sticks.
Can you stop embarrassing yourself?
Can you stop putting him on our show, please?
Let's grow up.
Like, seriously, we need to grow up, folks. Grow up. Come on. Hey, guys.
Grow up. Get serious.
Hi, guys. Hey, guys.
It is Gavin's special living wish to be roasted by his favorite comedians.
Well, he's going to get what his wish. Well, we haven't really talked that much about what's going on in Ukraine, other than the fact that we've been laundering money and endlessly funding, dropping cash and weapons, seemingly without question to any of where it's going, audit. And of course, we're now sending cluster munitions because we're out of regular munitions, which is just awful. And we've got to stop all that. Found a couple articles this week to really showcase kind of where we're at and give us a little bit of an update. Usually I rely heavily on Moon of Alabama, and I love those guys. But they're not the only voice that I rely on. And I wanted to showcase another one who I really like. And that's Eve Ottenberg from over at Counterpunch. And her answer is U.S. soldiers don't belong in Ukraine. I mean, it's the biggest no shit obvious duh ever. But I thought that this was a good one to bring. Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, normies do get out. But how many American soldiers fight in Ukraine? Good question. The Biden bunch is careful not to reveal or refer to their presence, mercenary or otherwise, but the question keeps coming to mind. It popped up again June 27th when Russia bombed what the Ukraine press simply called a restaurant in Kramatorsk. However, this supposedly innocuous restaurant was part of a hotel complex that apparently attracted lots of Western men of fighting age, specifically American soldiers and others from NATO countries. We know this because eyewitnesses heard them speaking American English and saw their U.S. military tattoos, which is 3rd Ranger Battalion, and the American flags on their helmets. And also, American mercenaries were reported dead in Twitter accounts. We also know that this missile attack...
Canadians, too.
Yep. We also know that this missile attack killed 50 Ukrainian officers and 2 generals, and at least 20 of the Westerners, including Americans, proving yet again that one American soldier in Ukraine is too many. Yeah.
Yep.
The problem is that we don't know how many U.S. soldiers, to say nothing of American mercenaries, are in Ukraine. The Russian Ministry of Defense estimates that there have been over 900 American mercenaries in Ukraine. And meanwhile, Washington remains mum, clearly guarding its knowledge of this secret for the obvious reason, and not doing so might provoke an open confrontation with Moscow. I think that they've been pushing for that. But since they don't want a nuclear World War III, I debate whether they do or they don't, the White House and Pentagon nurture an intense interest in concealing facts about the U.S. military footprint in Ukraine and their possible encouragement of it. Even if large numbers of American NATO officers were killed there, we, back in the so-called homeland, would doubtless be kept in the dark. And I believe that also happened in March. There was a bunker thing that they had talked about, like a HIMARS attack.
Like where like loads of our military died, right?
NATO generals. And then, well, they reported that, and then there was a question as to whether that was accurate or not, and I don't know what the end up was.
Accurate, which there always is.
Right, but the scraps of news that we do get indicate that the fighting goes poorly for U.S. troops. This is my 3rd war I fought in. This is by far the worst one, Troy Offenbecker told the Daily Beast on July 1st. You're getting fucking smashed with artillery, tanks. Last week I had a plane drop a bomb next to us like 300 meters away. It's horrifying shit. The Daily Beast quotes another U.S. soldier, David Bramlett. The worst day in Afghanistan or Iraq is a great day in Ukraine. Regarding recon missions, if 2 of them get injured, there's no helicopter coming to get you. Shit can go south really, really freaking quickly. In other words, this is a different enemy, a very competent one. And U.S. soldiers in Ukraine, sub rosa, could die in large numbers that people back home could never hear
this
about.
This isn't Fallujah, where there's like barely armed like militia that you're fighting, like door to door with actual like people with guns. No,
Right.
this is
the Red
open
Army
battlefield.
Wagner, who they've been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Take the case of the March missile attack, like we said, on Lvov. We have no idea if the rumors swirling around this assault, rumors of hundreds of NATO dead, including Americans, were true or not. Insofar as they mention this alleged catastrophe at all, U.S. press outlets hasten to impugn these reports' veracity. So this attack received little to zero Western coverage. Proud to say that we did, though. Savvy observers, like Moon of Alabama, steered clear of it, presumably because the fog of war was just too thick. However, a regular commentator on that site, Oblomovka Daydream, did post an account on the Moon of Alabama open thread on April 15th. It's worth a look for its elsewhere unreported details, but caveat lector, little is known about this person's track record, Oblomovka Daydream's track record. But if Moon of Alabama
is half the battle.
Well, that's true. But if Moon of Alabama did not want to report on it, that leads me to believe that Fog of War can't confirm.
Well, I mean, it's. I'm sure it's still right. Yeah.
You know, and you don't want
to deny.
And you don't want to report misinformation or propaganda or
malinformation or
whatever you want to call it. But according to this source, back in March, Russia launched daggers. Right. We've definitely talked about this. I know Crab too. Kinzhal missiles at a NATO command center in Lvov. This secret facility at a depth of 100 meters was a reserve command post of the former Carpathian military district, well protected and equipped with modern communication systems. NATO generals and colonels chose it. They felt so safe they dropped their guard. Sometimes dozens of cars gathered at the entrance to the headquarters, even in broad daylight. So their OPSEC was miserable, and the Russians were probably able to spot it on satellite. The dagger was chosen because such a bunker is invulnerable to conventional missiles. The Russian assault left no survivors, according to this, and there were more than 200 of them, including some informed Western journalists, several American generals, and senior officers. Now, my only question is, if there were Western journalists, they probably would have heard about that from someone in their family, no?
You'd think.
Okay. Also, British, Polish, Ukrainian, according to the Greek. And like, this is what I was saying. Like, wouldn't there be mass funerals? Like, how do you cover up more than 200 deaths of senior officials, military-wise?
Well, you might. I mean, the thing is if you can't get to the bodies, but you can't identify which ones are there, which, you could take guesses, but if you can't bring something back to like bury,
the families just, I assume that they're missing and they're not really classified as.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
okay.
MIA.
According to the Greek portal Pro News, which is close to the Greek Ministry of Defense and was quoted in this post, dozens of foreign officers were killed when the Kinzhal hypersonic missiles hit the secret facility. This was a disaster for NATO forces in Ukraine. Again, we've definitely reported on this and have asked questions about how real this was. As aforementioned, Western news outlets hastened either to not report one word of this or to cast doubt on these accounts' credibility. According to Newsweek on March 31st, claims that a NATO command center had been hit were baseless, quote unquote. Newsweek singled out Now, Newsweek is a big rah-rah, pro-USA, very pro-imperialist, pro-NATO type of publication, but it singled out pro-news as highly questionable, nonetheless conceding that on the night of March 9th, Russia retaliated for sabotage in Bryansk with Kinzhals, and that one targeted region was Lvov. So you start adding these things up. So it's unclear what happened. This guy, Oblomovka Daydream, He cites some convincing details that some Kiev sites have also blabbed after the emergency. Representatives of the Ministry of Defense and General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were called to the carpet at the U.S. Embassy, where they were reprimanded for the poor security of the control center, and at the same time handed a list of the dead senior American officers in order to get them at least from the underground. So they have a list, apparently. But how real is all of this? I don't know. But the point is this: dozens of Americans could have been killed, and if so, you can be sure we'd never hear a peep about it. Yes, Eve, but their families would, which means that we would in time. This stuff never stays quiet. That's because this is a proxy war, and the U.S. supposedly has nothing to do with it. Even though billions of American dollars and lots of U.S. military hardware have disappeared who knows where into Ukraine. Yes, I agree with that 100%. Even though Americans fight and die there. Yep. Right. I mean, and even though no one outside their families and government officials knows who they are. Well, sadly, that's the job. That's what they sign up for. That, it's turn in your dog tags.
They've convinced some, which I hope some of these, and there's a whole culture about like, getting all your gear and making sure, it's become a career for like expats, for vets and stuff like that to become these mercenaries.
Yep.
Some of there's celebrity ones that like go over there and,
they make 3 times what they make 3 to 10 times what they made. They make 3 to 10 times what they made in the military doing that privately.
Yeah.
Never doubt that Americans have been in Ukraine since the start of this war. That's what Eve says. Reports surfaced on Twitter July 9th, quoting an Azov commander Volin to Turkish media that the U.S. and Russia arranged the Azov surrender at Azovstal last year in exchange for the withdrawal of several high-ranking U.S. officers from the facility. But
Malcolm Nance, he was there.
No, he was in Poland. No. He never actually went to Ukraine. Come on, we already learned that, Malcolm Nance, right? But that's really funny. But the high-ranking U.S. officers, indeed, there were rumors of Americans at Azovstal at the time. This Turkish interview would appear to confirm them. Far from objecting, many Americans would support this, which is gross. But then again, many Americans discount the threat of nuclear war with Russia, something no sane person wants to gamble with. Because again, propaganda is thick.
We are Russians. We don't fucking lose, blядь.
Blядь, yes. Okay. All of which heads up yet again to the argument that Washington should retract its clause and try to bargain. Yes. Well,
Wolverine?
Moscow. Well, that would be good. Moscow has said it will strike command
centers. Try to get on that new Daredevil or Daredevil. New what's that? Deadpool. New Deadpool movie. They're trying to advertise.
I don't think. I think they actually suspended filming on new Deadpool movie because of the the actor strike. SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, SAG strike.
Solidarity with the actors, and by the way, they were all over the place this week. I know you guys did some stuff with Tara. I know you talked about it yesterday or Friday. But to finish this off, all of which adds up to the argument that Washington should retract its clause and try to bargain. Moscow has said it will strike command centers. So how long before a large contingent of American NATO trainers are killed and can't be concealed? Then what? Oopsies. We didn't mean to start World War III. Washington should look for a negotiated settlement, a peace plan, like the one arranged by neutral countries in spring 2022, which Western geniuses scuttled. We talked about that too. That was in April of 2022. They had brokered a peace, and then Boris Johnson flew to Ukraine and told Zelensky not to sign it. Washington could swallow its pride and follow up on the Chinese peace proposal, which they won't.
China.
Right. If there was the slightest concern for human life, bigwigs in the imperial capital would do so. One can only conclude there is not. And again, that's Eve Ottenberg. She's a novelist, journalist over at Counterpunch. That's only one of 2 stories out of Counterpunch I saw. You know, it's funny. I used to love Counterpunch, and then they like got a little shit-libby. Jeffrey St. Clair, I think he's one of the guys that runs that place over there, and COVID, I think, broke them. And the other thing was they started flooding and publishing a ton of material. I mean, just a ton of articles. And it overwhelmed, and I couldn't anymore. But I did catch this one from Radhika Desai, which is talking about it, why the Ukraine conflict will unravel NATO and Biden. Well, I don't think that's much of a surprise to anybody here. But proxy war on Russia is the centerpiece of Biden's foreign policy of uniting the world's democracies against autocracies, particularly China and Russia. Oh, my God. He boasts repeatedly of uniting
We're not
the
doing
U.S.
well.
Right.
Let me call the Russians to help.
Well, we got new stuff this week, huh? All right, well.
I've had that.
Well, that one's not working.
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
Don't be rude.
I heard it.
Oh, you heard it. Okay. Well, that's good. I didn't hear it. Well, I don't know about this one, but like a spider monkey. Well, we got some Ricky Bobby sounds this week, so that's too bad. Anyway, discordant strains were amply discussed in the run-up to this summit at Vilnius. Discordant. Yeah, and we're not sowing discord over here, but we're talking about discordant strains. But NATO's disunity bubbled over. We know this, though not for the reasons discussed in the press. The real reasons are rooted in the developments that threaten to unravel not only Biden's strategy, but also NATO. And I think a big part of this is BRICS, right? While the leaders of Australia, Japan, New Zealand, South Korea attended the summit for the second year, while the final communique, reiterated NATO's security concerns about the systemic challenges posed by the PRC to Euro-Atlantic security. God, that's so...
Discordant strain sounds like a new thing my reefer man's bringing me. You know? A little discordant strain, you know?
I like it. Shared awareness, enhancing resilience, preparedness, and protecting against... And everybody just looked at their Discord to see if they got a DM. Thanks, Reef.
Yeah, you're welcome.
President Macron led a not inconsiderable opposition to establishing a permanent NATO presence in the East Asian region with an office in Tokyo. I wonder if that had anything to do with his conversation earlier this year with President Xi, or his request to have France join the BRICS alignment.
Dude, Xi lit him up.
Woo!
Xi lit him up during that.
Woo! Though Finnish membership was approved.
With great soundboard comes great responsibility. What?
President Erdogan.
Finnish membership?
President Erdogan opposed Sweden membership until Biden offered him not only F-16s, but also an IMF loan from aboard Air Force One. Like literally making the deal at the last minute. Let's see. You hearing that? Shake and bake. No, nobody's hearing that?
Yes.
Oh, well. Okay. I heard
it.
I'm not hearing my sounds. That sucks. Anyway. Yeah, he went shake and bake. So, most spectacularly, while members once again promised to increase defense expenditure and production, while the alliance made various commitments to supporting Ukraine in its war with Russia, not only did the clamor to induct Ukraine in NATO fail, but NATO proved unwilling to even commit to a timetable for entry. Good. Zelensky called this absurd, and the U.S. administration called him ungrateful in return. And there were some incredible photos that came out, and some doctored photos of President Zelensky standing there looking very much like mini-me. That was a funny one. The one that I thought that was great was he's standing there in a UPS brown uniform holding packages, looking very despondent. You guys covered that with Joe Nice, right?
I think we did. Yeah, we covered a bit of it.
Yep. Though this series spat ended in Zelensky's expressions of gratitude, a sense of foreboding could not be avoided. Atlanticist commentators, I don't even know what that means, still worried about the prospect of disengagement between the U.S. and Europe in a case of Trump victory or disagreements over China, right? However, even these worries don't suspect how close such a disengagement is today or the reason for it, that Biden is about to lose his military wager in Ukraine. That is bound to end Biden's project of uniting U.S. allies, the closest thing there is to a Biden doctrine. Yeah, Bidenomics not doing so well, Biden doctrine not doing so well, Biden everything not doing so well, especially Biden laptop.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon.
Come on, man. Give me a little break here.
NATO unity has got more difficult as U.S. power has declined. Of course, they can't strong-arm everybody else. In recent decades, its chief glue has been U.S. military power. But if it too ceases to bind, as is clear from the string of military failures culminating in the humiliating exit from Afghanistan and the self-sacrifice that Biden's demanded, and some extent received from the Europeans on Ukraine, it's the dime on which the future of U.S. leadership over what remains of its allies and its chief instrument, NATO, will turn. It's not boding well for NATO and UK and Five Eyes and North America and weak ties that bind. All right, Article 5.
How dare you?
Yeah, there's our vaunted Article 5. All right, the much vaunted Article 5 may state famously that an armed attack against one shall be considered an attack against all. However, if you think this obliges all members to rush to the defense of attacked members with all they've got, think again. The article specifies further that each ally will assist by taking forthwith such action as it deems necessary, emphasis added. So allied solidarity turns out to be a movable feast, meaning only what each member country deems necessary. Totally movable goalposts. I mean, there is no set definition as to what they would do if there's an attack on a NATO country. Well, there was a non-NATO country. Okay, let me pause here for 1 second, because a non-NATO country, Ukraine, attacked the pipeline and resources of a NATO country, Germany, several NATO countries, Germany, Switzerland, France.
No, dude, it was one lone boot. One lone sentient boot.
Das Boot.
Blew it up.
Yes.
I thought you figured this out.
But yet, I don't know. So anyway, if you're shocked, consider that the U.S. aided Europe during the two world wars in more or less a commercial basis, vastly increasing its economic and financial clout at the expense of allies. Ruinously for them, it demanded repayment of its war loans after the First World War, and equally ruinously demanded policy alignment after Second. Right, so Europe can thank its stars that the critical aid and imminent sacrifices of Soviet and Chinese forces ensured victory in the Second World War, and that the alleged threat of an imminent Soviet attack on Western Europe was little more than a figment of the very hysterical U.S. imagination that's kept its military-industrial complex in such fine fettle down the decades. So Radhika Desai,
don't take a dump, son, without a plan.
Well, that's true. So Radhika Desai, she works with Benjamin Norton over at Geopolitical Economy Report. She wrote this article up. So what does the U.S. want from NATO? Well,
Can
what
you say
we
that
want.
5 times fast?
Geopolitical Economy Report.
The name.
No.
Faster.
No.
A little faster.
Nope.
A little faster.
Nope. So, long and hard as U.S. leaders wish to dominate a capitalist world, unfortunately, history gave them the opportunity to attempt it just when such domination had become impossible. With the rise of Germany, the U.S. itself, and Japan, the capitalist world had already become multipolar by the early 20th century, and that no single power could dominate it. And going back historically, what they want, U.S. wants the power to dictate, and I think Stager talked about that. Well, we want to be able to control the board and to run the table and to decide what other countries think, say, do, and how they operate. And kind of, yes, he's a U.S. supremacist.
Where'd he get that from again?
He's an America firster.
Yeah, what was the what's that organization he was part of?
The Hudson Institute?
Or his buddy was a part of?
I believe it's the Hudson Institute.
That's the one.
Yep. But during the Cold War, the U.S. was reasonably successful, though not without considerable European stroppiness. She's got some. I love her language. The
Very
Europeans
wordy.
demanded gold over dollars throughout the 60s, eventually forcing the U.S. to break the dollar-gold link in 1971. De Gaulle removed France from NATO's integrated command in 1966. Brandt engaged in his Ostpolitik of better relations with the Eastern Bloc. Though many think inter-imperialist rivalry died after the Second World War, it seems to live on in such European behavior. But this is all like old history stuff. Why the U.S. can't get it? Because no mere realist assertion, right? We're not able to achieve this dominance that we think that we're going. 4 decades of neoliberalism found the latter productively emaciated and more reliant on predatory and speculative finance than ever. All right. I didn't realize this thing was so long. Here we go. Why defeating Ukraine will unravel NATO and Biden. It's that both prongs of Biden's strategy, sanctions and military action by proxy, were, as it now is clear, delusional. The first, famously expecting to reduce the ruble to rubble, and push the Russian economy back to the Stone Age, has become a manifest failure by the end of 2022, if not earlier. Can't really much argue that. As for the second, despite the billions in military assistance, despite exhausting Western weapons stockpiles, say that 5 times fast, Reef.
English, motherfucker.
Despite discovering,
do you speak it?
The quantitative and qualitative limits to Western weapons production. There it is again. Western weapons production. Western weapons. Yep. Capacities notwithstanding astronomically expensive military industrial complexes, despite ever more deadly weapons now including cluster bombs, despite reliance on neo-Nazi battalions, despite U.S. and Ukrainian willingness to incur macabre levels of Ukrainian and mercenary casualties, it has been clear for some time that Ukraine is losing and has no prospect of winning. And President Biden acknowledged this in his turnaround on offering Ukraine membership of NATO, or even giving it a timetable for the same, and his newfound insistence that not only should things not be made easy for Ukraine to join, not only should Ukraine demonstrate progress on requisite reforms, but it should conclude a peace treaty with Russia before it can join NATO, a point repeated by more than one by Jens Stoltenberg, he's the head of NATO at Vilnius.
I mean, a priest treaty would be really interesting. I do agree.
Did I say priest treaty?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Sometimes.
A priest treaty, which is great. No, that's great. That's there's some dudes in robes. There's some incense.
A peace treaty and a priest treaty, both. But that's a lot of words. This is the Biden administration's off-ramp in the Ukraine conflict, right? One that he needs. He also needs thanks to the unpopularity of the war at home amid an election campaign about to go into full swing.
Yep.
In the face of this military defeat, patching up no other differences in NATO will matter. The U.S. only has military might to offer allies, so Biden's impending military failure in Ukraine is likely to prove the ineffective undoing of NATO. If the U.S. cannot ensure military victory, its utility to Europe can only be limited. Well, now what they can do is, look, Nord Stream is destroyed. Where else are you going to get your gas, folks? Right? If Biden, if Biden's strategies failed in this intermediate Russian stage, it can hardly go into this onto its final Chinese one, and they're going to anyway, and with or without Biden, because it was never really Biden at the helm to begin with, and we kind of knew that also. So we depleted we've depleted our stocks. We've spent billions of dollars, and yet Russia is still pounding Ukraine with artillery daily. And it's just absorbing tons of resources that doesn't need to. Okay. This one is a kind of a long story, so I think I may make a call, but or we'll skim it. We'll skim it real fast. But I do want to mention that the national movement to make school lunches free has now hit 6 states. Right. So women led the effort to make Minnesota one of the latest states to implement a universal free lunch program sparked by the federal government's pandemic response. And I think that they saw.
Okay.
Right. Well, they're using the excuse, but the studies that showed that children that were fed and didn't have to worry about being hungry learned better, performed better, and that kids should not be hungry in school. Minnesota's universal free meal legislation is part of a burgeoning national movement to provide all students with no-cost breakfast and lunch. Through the end of 21-22 school year, the federal government provided free meals as part of its pandemic response, no matter a family's ability to pay. I know that happened for us too. I know my kids got like free lunch if they wanted it at school. I thought that was great. Like, we sent it lunch with them most of the time, but that it was available to them was huge. And by the way, most schools around the world, they make it free to students also. Lawmakers and advocates at public schools and for kids, talking not college or I'm not even sure about high school, but lawmakers and advocates who fought to implement Minnesota's free school meals program expected to improve student health, behavior, attendance, and performance, and the stigma associated with receiving free meal or reduced price lunch, and stop shaming practices in which students without money for meals are overtly or covertly penalized. And they talked about all different kinds of scenarios and reasons why food insecurity, right, has been linked to school absences, poor reading, math test scores, misbehavior. Small children experiencing it are more likely to repeat a grade. So I want to see more universal. Look, we don't need to be funding Ukraine, $100 billion to Ukraine. We need to be funding feeding our kids and making sure that our kids going to school aren't embarrassed by the fact that they can't afford lunch. And I think this is a good thing. I know that the libertarians and the Republicans would definitely go bootstraps, and they would be completely against this. But this is one of these things.
Until it was their kid that didn't get lunch.
Well, the thing is that they're usually capitalists who can afford to pay for lunch. They're not usually of the poorer variety, in my experience. They tend to be those of more resources.
I don't know, they took our gerbs.
Well, maybe. Or they're just, I can't really explain why they would not want the costs. I mean, it's not, the costs are minimal and minuscule in comparison, and that is an investment that we need to make in our kids. That is the way that I would see this. Here's Leah Gardner, who is the policy director at Hunger Solutions Minnesota. I'm very grateful for a really broad, diverse coalition that came together to get this done. I wanted to see somewhere they talked about what the costs were. But she would send us off to school having some degree of certainty or reassurance that while at school, we would get something to eat. This is also reassuring for single parents and poorer families. And it's easing tensions from parents that are worried that they can't afford to pay for meals for their kids at school.
How dare you have children out of wedlock, sir?
Right.
How dare you?
Hold on a minute. I'm looking for, I'm trying to search for the dollar figures. But older students typically know that their meal accounts are in arrears and avoid the lunch line altogether, so they won't be shamed in front of their peers. Students eligible to receive free or reduced meals also experience stigmas and fear standing out from their peers. But now that universal free lunch is a reality, she expects school personnel to benefit as well as students and families. Teachers and other personnel will no longer have to pack extra lunches for students without meals. Cafeteria workers will no longer feel the dread that accompanies turning a child away from the lunch line. School nutrition staff won't have to spend their time trying to recover meal debt. So, up top, though, I know I saw something about, here you go, $400 million in the program's first 2 years to feed K through 12 students regardless of household income. I applaud that. 100% applaud that. So I wanted to give a shout out to that. That's where government can actually do something good, folks. Doesn't happen very often.
This should be like the bare minimum. This to me is like trains getting there on time.
Right?
Like basic crap.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Also, how's Biden doing with the trains getting around on time? How's that?
Oh, goodness.
Is working out?
They're not derailing.
When they
don't derail. Right? When they don't derail.
Funny that. There's a joke in there. You know,
there's
even another guy got the trains on time. You know?
Wow, there's a lot of discussion. I'm so glad to see everybody here. It is getting kind of late. Wow, we're hitting almost 2 hours. So I'd say let's get to some eye bleach, folks. That's enough stories and enough horrifying news. But look, we're organizing. We got workers that are doing their thing. We're excited about that. Ukraine, it looks like, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, is it just going to be a bottomless pit of money? Are we starting to move on? It looks like they're already starting to set it up to blame Zelensky for all kinds of nonsense that has been going on. So, look, they're already blaming the 6 Ukrainians in the boat for the Nord Stream thing. We'll see. So, and then, of course, the school lunch thing. I'm very, very happy to be able to report on that. I really did not hear anybody talking about free school lunches in Minnesota. So I thought it was important to bring that too. But yeah, let's Minnesota.
Broadburst for everyone.
Let's get to some boats.
It's hot dish, free hot dish.
Oh goodness.
What?
Brats, Vikings.
Free brats and hot dish.
All right. Let's watch some funny shit.
Oh, good.
And I watch mindless shit. Boats that smash into
other boats.
Let's do it.
Oh, shit. I gotta turn off Colin's name badge. Why is that still there? Why is Colin's name badge still
Who knows?
It's time!
Nice. Doomies. There we go. Look, boats.
Nice.
Everyone loves boats. And action.
Puta, si no saben hacer, deben irse a su casa. Mira este cabrón lo que está haciendo. Mira. ¡Qué alcahuetes, carajo! Mira.
Uh-oh.
It hit the bridge.
Uh-oh.
Hacer, deben irse a su casa. Mira este cabrón lo que está haciendo. Mira.
Bye-bye, bridge.
¡Qué alcahuetes, carajo! Mira.
I don't think that boat's moving very far either.
And no, it's gonna come to a stop here soon. Anyway, ready for more boats? I got more.
Very much so.
Unfortunately, here, let's go ahead and read this. So, the Bilby Stockholm, a barge which will use to house migrants.
Oh God! Oh, I saw this.
Okay. Has left Falmouth Harbor in Cornwall. Look at this. This is prison boat. Like, didn't didn't the Joker do this in that Batman movie? Didn't he get prison boat? The 3-story vessel is set to dock in Portland, in Dorset, and will house over 500 asylum seekers. Like, dude,
Floating jail?
How? Yes. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Floating jail. Prison boat.
Not so great.
Coming to a Stallone movie near you. I think this is literally the plot of a Stallone movie. Pretty sure. Like, like that's so dumb, dude. That's so dumb. Orcas, bro, help us out, please. You know? Here you go. This is a boat.
Loading drop, and you can see how much it drops.
That's a lot of water.
Everyone good? Everyone good? You got wet?
Come in! Come in! That's it.
Are we good?
Just 3 of us. You alright? Y'all good? I'm good. You good?
I don't know if White Gladys can save us with that prison boat because you don't want it to.
They'll be all right. You gotta have
destroy
the whole team of orcas.
No, but you don't want it to destroy the prison boat. That's where the refugees are. You don't want them to.
Not with prisoners on it.
No.
No, you need to destroy this boat before they're there. You know?
Agreed.
Anyway, what score could you get on this? What tracks are on here? Cypress Hill only, pretty much. Like, is that you know?
Hits from the bong. That's
Be
right.
Real special. Dude, Teletubbies have changed since I was a kid. You know? They've changed. Pinky, but which ones are those? Someone tell me what yellow, purple, and red Teletubbies these are. I always felt like the vacuum would have been the one to smoke, not the Teletubbies, you know? But what do I know?
Wow.
Tinky Winky and something.
Tinky Winky. Tinky Winky Bad Cookies is saying. Yeah.
Here you go. I got you a snack.
Yeah.
Includes pipe and lighter and real fire.
Poe.
I love
Bad
that.
Cookies
Someone
is
had
saying
fun
Poe.
with this. Oh. Kelly Stonies.
Yeah.
Mary Jane had a little lamb.
Oh,
damn, bro, that's a dank lamb.
That is disturbing looking.
You know? Yeah, it is. It needs to be trimmed. Jenga.
Jenga.
You want to play Jenga?
Wow.
You got to smoke all the ones that fall. You know.
Nice.
Oh, happy birthday. Is it your birthday?
No. But that's okay.
It's not your birthday?
Yeah.
Dang, what are we going to do with this then?
Oh, shit.
Like, how many candles are on there? How old is that lady?
Dude. How did you build that whole smoke system into the side of a cake? Yow.
It's a thing. Squirrel.
Yeah.
The squirrels are messing with your bird feeder.
They
Why
turned
be
it
doing
into
that?
a bong. I love it. That's awesome.
They got their nuts ready. for later. They're gonna have the munchies.
Munch out. That's right. Broccoli, cauliflower.
My dealer brought me this albino Kush. Did I get ripped off or not?
Oh my god.
By the way, this is a Mindo mulcher. I recognize this grinder anywhere. I got one of those.
Yeah, don't smoke that, Cookies. That's right. That will be harsh. That will harsh your buzz.
Okay. What do you call this? Because I don't think you're allowed to call it a joint. That's not a joint.
That's a pinner? A happy face pinner.
Yeah. That's like a needle.
Yep, Bad Cookies agrees with me. Pinner is the answer. Yep. Oh, come on, no bonads.
Puerto Rican caution slip lines are objectively better than ours.
Well,
look at them; they're so good.
That's pretty funny.
You know what that means?
Yeah. Bonad peel, sure.
They're playing Mario Kart. Oh, now everyone's hungry. Probably play.
Oh, I need food.
Really?
Okay, refresh.
Why is it doing that? Okay.
Nice. Cheeseburger Randy. Lots of cheese and onions. Pickles. Tomatoes. Oh. Is that a heart attack burger? Where's the cheese? Oh, on top. Yeah. Oh. I love he's got to use like the special glove.
Yeah, the cheese glove.
What?
Marijuana is safer than McDonald's. Enjoy them both, you little bitch. This is McDonald's.
Wow, Mickey D's bringing it hard. Damn, Mickey D's.
Bringing the heat. Is this art? Is this art?
Donald Trump would say so. That's Filet-O-Fish art. With a grimace shake.
This is art. I know.
My kids came home with a grimace shake and they thought it was too sweet, and Daddy ended up with the grimace shake.
Nice. What is the flavor of the grimace shake?
It's vanilla.
That's
really
what I want to
sweet.
know.
Vanilla and sugar.
Grape? Why would it not be grape?
It's not.
Spaghetti carbonara?
Carbonana.
Carbonana?
Carbonans. That's funny.
Bonans.
That's funny. Oh my god.
Mom, can we hear good music? Mom, we have good music at home. Good music at home.
Is that Jason Aldean?
Jason Aldean brings Kid Rock on stage.
Aw, come on, man.
Yep.
Oh, come on, man.
Yep.
He's an American badass. Kid
it's okay.
Rock.
It's okay. I'm prepared for your. I'm prepared, just like this guy's prepared for you.
Yep.
He's got banana holsters.
Yes, he does.
He's
got
ready.
Bonan. He's got his gun ready.
Yep.
In case of extreme hunger.
He's got him ready. My daughter made this at school, and it lives in my house now.
Oh no! Kill it with fire.
Like,
oh my god!
What is that?
It looks like a honeycomb face.
What is that? Like, but what is it made out of?
Like,
is it like toilet paper tubes or something?
Like a bee's nest?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a nest. A bee's nest, a wasp's nest, one of these hornet something. Yes.
Somebody's phobias kicking off in the background, probably. All right, here we go.
No.
What's with the powder on the nose?
Who was it?
Did you get into the cokey stuff?
that kid's got the muffin.
I got the muffin.
You got the muffin.
Nummy muffin.
You take my muffin? No. Who did?
Guy with a neck tattoo. Never a good judgment.
Let's grab on the front end. We'll run off.
They're flying right in the car. You bet.
He grabbed it, dude.
Why is she screaming?
Because the bird's in the car. Okay, the bird's back out of the car.
That's all. It's just a bird. Like, what do you think it's gonna do?
Dad! I'm sweating!
Himbo, shoot it over.
Daddy!
Oh, God.
Send it to me on Discord, Himbo.
Eagles.
I'll send it to Reef.
Okay.
He said he's got a funny one for you.
Okay. Here we go. You watching this one?
Oh, I'm watching. She's scared. She's not scared of anything. Let's go. Oh. Oh, I can't wait for the face. The face is gonna change.
Look at Grandma. Hold on.
The face is changing. Uh-oh. Milk was a bad choice.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh,
that's so funny.
I'm a dad first.
Like,
I can't like really take as much pleasure as I used to.
Yes, you
in that
can.
shit.
You would immediately laugh at this if it happened to your child.
Well, if it were
like,
my child,
you'd be like, "That's hilarious. I'm keeping this video forever. Look at that face." Oh my God.
Oh, it's Instagram. Thanks, Himbo. Okay, I sent it
Instagram.
I sent it to Reef.
Gross.
He hates Instagram.
Hate it. Here you go. Is this you on the slides?
Yeah.
And action.
Oh, that is totally me on this
Just that
one.
the mom was hanging on the whole time. Like, just hanging on to the kid.
Whoa,
Drags
hey,
him.
that's a yank. I don't think that kid intended that. That's funny.
No.
Nice. Way to go, Mom.
All right, let's see what.
What does Himbo bring into
Gross.
us here?
Instagram gross.
Dude, what are you doing with not having dark mode on?
I love reading Rainbow. Butterfly in the sky.
Dude, I'm never on this.
I can go twice as high. Let's get it on. Take a look, nigga.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my God, Brad, dude. What was that?
The reading rainbow music.
DMX.
Which PBS probably owns.
Oh my God. I hope you didn't just get our
anyway.
stream killed. Thanks. Yeah. We already have copyright issues. Oh
my God, look at him blow the bubbles. It's just a little laugh is great.
Yeah.
He just does like evil man laugh. I don't know why. You know? Here you go. Kid's gonna do it. You ready?
Go.
You did it. Yeah.
Disturbing.
Oh God. It really is. Do you know who that guy is?
No. Is that like Magnus? Is that Magnus for Magnus?
He does crazy. No, it's even worse. It's like Stavos, something like that. Somebody will tell me in chat. Somebody knows. One of you meatheads knows. But this is literally, he's sitting down in this exercise, just lifting this crazy weight, literally like 2 inches, right? Like up and down, a little Zercher lift. And it's just, he's freaking out. Like, just screaming completely.
Oh my God.
I meant to press X. And that was the earthquake lady underneath him. I don't know why they mixed that in with that kid, but oh, here you go. This was you after coffee.
Dude, a folding pocket door for the
You want to
bathroom?
run that back? I think we do.
You're gonna have to. Dude, I hope he made it.
Great.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Here you go.
Baseball trick shots. Wait.
Oh, that's a trick. I don't think it was the trick he was going for.
Yeah.
Baseball trick shots. Wait.
Oh,
fuck.
I think he hit a double.
And nobody pottery. Oh, baby, a triple. You've had moments like this. See all that crap over there that probably shouldn't be there?
Oh, something spilled. What was it? Oh. Look at the lip. The bottom. Oh.
No.
Guilty.
Lola, no. Oh, God.
Oh, thank you there, Mr. Mackles. You can be banned over on.
Okay.
No, I'll delete this message.
Look at Emerson.
Somebody's. Somebody is bombarding our chat.
Look at Emerson.
Slurs and hate speech. Over on Rumble.
Nice. All right, you watching?
No.
Yep. Tell me when. Doop 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 doop.
Joe.
Look at Emerson.
Oh my God! Let her go! Let her go! Let's see it happen again.
Funny.
That's awesome.
You'll like this one. I brought this one specifically for you.
Randy Orton, oh my God, Randy Orton in the corner, Big Show's prone here, Big Show's prone, and Randy Orton!
Oh, DDT! DDT!
Randy Orton Big Show was staring at the authorities!
Oh, he's going to the top rope!
Yeah, but can Randy Orton capitalize on it? Can he cover the Big Show? What an incredible turn of events here!
Come on!
Big Show and Randy Orton get the right
You're welcome.
Champion! Oh, that's great. Wow, I don't even think he's 5. I'd say that kid's 3.5 to 4. Wow. Choose your fighter.
Choose your hero. Yes. I'm definitely taking lemon pajamas. You know.
Oh my god.
Anyway, 1 ticket for Oppenheimer, please. 1 ticket for Barbie, please. Like, look at that.
Okay, you zoomed in too tight.
Cutums.
Look at the bow tie. Look at that tie, the necktie on the kitty cat. I would give him that. I would give my owner that look too if I were that cat. Like, you just put me in that.
Oh, cute. Cute. Look at the boy. He eating sketties.
Oh my god. Look at the heads.
And sketty. Num 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 num.
Yes, Colin, cats are dicks.
That's hilarious. There's a little hamster boy.
Gamer, I will not have a choice but to see Barbie and see it more than I ever want to. I have daughters.
Yeah. Aww. Cat has a question. What question does Cat have? Please excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Do you have any tuna, sir? So polite.
Any catnip?
You know? Any catnip? Catnip, anybody? What? Big Bear.
Oh, I saw this. Where did I see this today? On Instagram or something? Yeah, the bear actually. Big Bear. Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Oh.
Look, I'll swing into tomorrow. And I'll swing into tomorrow.
That's great.
He's a little swingy boy.
Little boy.
Where's Jesse at? What's he doing with Mosey and Mason? What is little bro plotting? What is he plotting, Indy?
To kill us all?
What is he doing?
He's trying to start a fire.
Oh, you'll like this one. This one's good. And action.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away.
You realize he can go right through the hole.
Yeah,
that's the funniest part. It's not a very good jail. Nice.
You want to read that for me?
Despite all my sage, I am still just a crab filled with rage. That is Greg right there.
Yeah.
That is our big mad crab. Shout out to the boy.
Nice. Speaking of boys, he's a little bee. You ready to see the bee?
My daughters do not like bees.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about that whole thing.
Yesterday?
I forgot.
You mean yesterday?
Yeah, you had to tell them, like, no, don't be afraid of bees. Bees are fine.
Just play. They don't care. They're not bothering you. Oh my god.
Look at the puppers. What has he got? Is that a door?
Drywall.
What puppers? Like, did you see the puppers just get laid out?
He's a mover.
He just face planted. Look, I got a stick. I got another stick. I got a stick again. Is that a Lakers outfit? You got that man in a fucking Shaq jumpsuit. Okay, here you go. Here's a little kitty.
PSA: if you have young kittens, it is extremely important to use non-clumping litter for them. Just like human toddlers, kittens learn by putting everything in their mouth. Clumping litter is very dangerous if ingested. It can harden and cause a rock-like obstruction. So be sure to use pellets or non-clumping clay
Go back
litter
in
for
for
learning
more, I
and
guess.
growing little kittens.
No, get that
Share
out
this
of
with
there.
someone who needs to know.
Yummy.
Ew.
This is from the love from Ronnie. She does good on the Twitters.
Aw. What's up, Ronnie? What? That's just mean. What are those legs? Fuck. Can't take your shit. Oh, that's so mean.
Dude, so funny, dude.
I can't. I can't even look. It's so creepy.
So weird. Look at his little legs.
Creepy legs, yes.
Look at his little legs. His tiny little legs. Oh, we got the Labradoodle.
Tiger, go in.
He doesn't want to go. You can't push him.
Oh.
Jesus.
I just love that. That's very good.
Tiger, go in.
That's
go
funny.
in, Tiger.
Tiger. Like a tiger.
Yep. Speaking of tigers.
That tiger
here's a
went
little
tiger.
meow meow. Like,
oh my god.
He's got like stuck to the fucking blanket. Oh my god, dude.
And the ladies went crazy for him.
Heyo. Here you go. I got you a new alarm clock.
Uh-oh.
Like,
oh,
wake the fuck up.
We're having rooster for dinner. Like literally, you know, those claws are not, they're not soft, folks.
Yeah.
Wake up, asshole.
You know? Go. Oh, look, it's my neck of the woods. Shout out to Kit Cabello.
Hey guys, I'm in the
Hardlands.
Florida Everglades and I'm helping this swamp puppy cross the road. The cars out here will hit anything, so it's important that he makes it. Oh, he didn't like that. I'm just glad I got him back to his friends. There's like 50 right here. Ooh, a bark scorpion, hop aboard. I love these guys so much. I'm still looking for that 20-foot Burmese pythons, but there's just American crocodiles everywhere. This one's looking at me funny. This one's just staring at me funny too.
Yeah, he's ready to
This big
friggin'
12-foot
eat you.
lazy one's sleeping. Well,
I know,
it's
dude.
not my favorite native. Yoink. This is a Brooks king snake, and they are gorgeous. One of my favorites.
What the?
Well, you are a very handsome swamp puppy. This little guy's way more feisty. It's python hatchling season right now, so there's babies everywhere. Yoink.
Oh yeah, those are in the Everglades.
There's a giant
now,
one
'cause
out here
people put
too.
them there.
Yoink.
Sure.
It's just a cute little scarlet snake. I ended up getting this Burmese python. You're coming home with me, buddy.
Like pythons, boa constrictors, anaconda.
You're coming home with
Like
me.
that's what's in the Everglades now because people left them.
Sure.
Yep. And swamp chicken. Is this supposed to be later? It is supposed to be later. Go back here. Anyway, look, boat.
That's an interesting driver.
Well, but wait, there's more. Look at him. Look at the wiener on the pizza. Look at the boy. Oh, he caught the ball. He caught it. He caught that ball.
How?
Go Poppers.
How did that
Who's
thing
a
not?
Go Poppers?
How does that float not flip? Okay. Anyway.
The float not flip. The flip not float.
Yeah.
You want a vanilla cone?
Medium vanilla cone. Oh, that was supposed to be chocolate. Oh, okay.
Inappropriate. Rude.
Oh, okay.
Like, it doesn't even look like real.
That was the teammate that made the vanilla instead of the chocolate.
Chocolate? Oh, that's a thing.
Hey, cunts. So a bottle of water will cost you 50 cents at the supermarket, $2 at the gym, $3 at the fucking movies,
yep,
or $6 on a fucking plane, cunts. It's the same fucking bottle of water, same fucking water, nothing's fucking changed. The only thing that's changed its value is its fucking location, cunts. So next time you're feeling you've got no fucking self-worth, maybe you need to change your location, cunts. No, cunts, love you.
No, cunts, love you. That's very funny.
Good advice.
Here you go. Watch this window. Oh,
I have so many questions.
Oh my god.
I have so many questions.
Oh.
But mostly why?
Like? Dude.
Why?
Why indeed? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Same for this, but I think we kind of know why on this.
Oh! I think Greg Louganis famously did that at the Olympics.
Greg the triple Lindy?
Well, no, he was like a famous Olympic diver who whacked his head on the board. Who whacked the back of his head literally on the board when he was doing like a triple thing. Yeah, at the Olympics.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Here's a new game for you.
Welcome to a game called Guess How Much It Is Now. This video goes out to all the greedy, delusional house flippers and corporations in my area who are buying houses like this and doing too much. So this is a photo of a house in Beacon, New York, about 55 miles north of New York City, and it was taken in 2019. Here's a quick look at the other houses in the neighborhood. You see it's your typical small northeastern town. And a year later, the house was sold to someone or something for $260,000. And this is what it looks like now. And as you can see, whoever or whatever bought it, gutted it completely and started over. Here's some pictures of the inside. You can see completely redone. It's giving midlife crisis, recently divorced. And here's the fun part. Shocker, it's on the market again after all of these renovations. And I want you to guess how much they put it on the market for. I'll give you 2 seconds. You're wrong. The answer is $1.25 million.
You greedy dirtbag!
Yep.
Wait, what?
Uh-huh. That's what I said.
Wait, what? 1.2 million. Sure. Wow.
Yep.
It looks like they put a container
Funny how
house
that
in
works.
there. It looks like a container house too.
Right? Anyway.
Wow.
He was like, wrong. Oh, God. Next. Click the button. I clicked it. No. I hope that didn't close this. Okay.
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't, look, I have trouble even mentioning, even saying to myself, my own head, the number of years. I no more think of myself as being as old as I am than fly.
What?
Dude, great on this guy for getting this.
Holy
this is incredible.
Shit, that's so good.
How would you say your mental focus is?
Oh, it's focused. I haven't, look, I have trouble even mentioning, even saying to myself, my own head, the number of years. I no more think of myself as being as old as I am than fly.
God. Yeah, what? What?
What you say?
What?
What? What?
What?
What?
What did he say?
Wow.
All right. Let's see if kids at home can get these right.
What country's flag is this?
That is Switzerland right there.
Yes, sir. That's what country's flag is this?
Sweden.
That is Sweden right there.
That's right.
Yep.
What country's flag is this?
That right there is the Czech Republic, now known as Czechia.
That's right. What country's flag is this?
That right there, I am 90% sure is Nigeria.
That's right.
That's right. Let's go. Let's go. Redemption.
Last one. What country's flag is this?
That right there. Ooh, I'm between two.
The
It's either
Congo?
Senegal or Cameroon, and I'm not sure which one. Colombia? Uganda? No. No. Okay, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. All right. Ghana. Ooh, it could be Ghana. I'm gonna go with what I think it is. Everyone listen to him. But I'm gonna go with Cameroon. Cameroon.
That's right.
I just love everyone all hyped on that.
For $50.
I know.
I know a country's flag is the UFC, not just
Right, here you
Clown
go.
at Night. That's good shit.
So this is great. You know, you get the wife in the gym.
She's gonna punch him right in the face. Oh!
That's Ryan Garcia, everyone.
Oh God.
For those who don't know, like champion Ryan Garcia. Like,
I can't breathe now.
that's hilarious. Like, they fucking Owen sees Herb hitting him still. Anyway, that's great. I love that so much.
Oh, it's great.
More of
That's
that,
very
please.
funny.
Oh, we were gonna make fun of the Cubs. You know, I forgot.
Hot dog vending is an art. Here at Wrigley Field, our hot dog vendors have some of the most unique calls in all of Major League Baseball.
Hot dogs! Get your hot dogs! Hot dogs!
Hey, hot dogs! Who's got the beef? Who's hungry now? Hot dogs! Hey, hot dogs! Hey, hot dogs!
Hot diggity dogs! Get your hot diggity dogs here, guys!
Hot dogs! Hot dogs!
I fail to see what's funny in this.
You're not get dude Antonio, bro. Antonio.
Bro, he's got the
bro,
best
what are you
section.
doing, bro?
Dude, he's got the best section in Wrigley. What the fuck are you talking about? You know you're getting a dog with that
He's yelling
motherfucker.
at people.
You know you're getting a dog with that motherfucker. Come on. He's the best. Everybody knows Antonio.
Everyone knows Antonio.
Don't you?
Can you tell me what's happening here?
Some kind of bullet loading. Ammunition.
Nope.
Ammunition.
I don't know. But I feel like
it's shaping the copper.
I feel like it needs
into like a bullet-sized shape. Okay.
No?
Does that make
Just
you
me?
horny,
Okay.
baby? Do I?
Yeah, baby. Do I make you Randy? This guy might.
Oh, I've seen this before, yeah.
That's hubris. It's so fucking funny. It's just like, I feel like that's just like America right now, you know?
Oh, here we go. Bill Burr.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr.
I believe that's what they're doing now. Corporations are buying up houses. Corporations are buying up houses so the regular Joe can't buy a fucking house. And guess what? Republicans don't care. Democrats don't care. Nobody fucking cares. None of them give a fuck. All they want is their house in Martha's Vineyard or their fucking aquifers in the South America. That's all they give a fuck about. They're in it
hot
for
dog.
themselves. We had some fucking rich out here running for fucking office. Everybody thought that he was going to be the savior. People are so dumb. It's like the guy's a real estate developer. He spends $100 million of his own money to get a job that pays $250,000 a year. And everybody, oh, it's because he likes LA that much. Jesus, wake the fuck up. He's spending $100 million so he can give his own company $4 billion in real estate jobs.
Well, you know those jobs are going to create other jobs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, they're going to grossly underpay you, and then the corporation itself is going to go out and buy houses and outbid you in cash. So how do you fight back against it? You know what? Don't sell your house to a corporation. How about that? How about that? How about you do one for the regular guy, and you take the offer from the hard worker? You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it because that's how capitalism works. Fuck everybody else below me. I'm getting mine. That's how it fucking works. And it doesn't fucking work. Communism doesn't. None of them work. None of them work because all forms of government are run by human beings. And we're all fucking flawed. That's what it is. And you know who you can blame? You can blame God for that because that's how he makes people. He takes each and every one of us out of the oven too early. And then we come down here and we're all fucked up and we just do crazy shit. I think he just sits back and fucking enjoys it.
Cynic, you did catch that also.
Bill Burr, everybody.
That they bleep the word cunts out of everything. He says fucking like 8 times, but they bleep the word cunts. Very funny.
Sexist. You want to read that?
Oh my.
There we go.
MIT scientists created a what? Psycho AI? It's blocked.
Psychopath. Yep.
Psychopath AI by feeding it violent content from Reddit. Oh, there we go. Okay. And it looks like Mars attacks.
It's fucking terrifying.
Act.
Don't start doing that, bro.
Hillary Clinton.
Don't start.
Making today. Y'all think we cooking or y'all think
I
we
know.
doing some bullshit? Probably doing.
Okay,
we
hold
making
on.
today. Y'all think we cooking or y'all think we doing some bullshit? Probably doing both.
Salmon skin?
All right, we got us a fish, and we skipped our fish, and we putting some
Flounder.
resin on it. Okay, what we making, girl? What we making? It must be UV resin. It's still flimsy. Every time I
Those
use resin,
boobies.
this shit get hard as fuck afterwards. All right, what you making? Oh, we made fish titties. Y'all heard of fish tacos? Well, 5 Minute Crafts is bringing you fish titties. Okay?
Just
You
like
making
a
a dress
mermaid?
out of fish skin? Girl, your body, he gonna get that to smelling ripe. Oh, now we just taking the pearls right out the oyster. Oh, we're gonna drill some holes in it, string our pearls. Then they magically turn into Mardi Gras beads? That's nice. The Mambo number 5. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side.
It's a
little bit of
corset.
Tina's all I need. A little
It's
bit
a
of
flounder skin
Tina's.
corset.
I don't remember the song. What?
Oh.
That looks horrible.
That
Girl,
looks-
that don't even look good. Y'all bet you smell right. People smell you when you walk in. They think you got an infection, but it's just your outfit.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck is that? Noah, get the boat.
They think you got an infection, but
Oh
it's
my
just your
God.
outfit. Come on.
Oh fuck, man.
What the?
Okay, what the fuck are they doing here?
Clowning. Why? What? Oh. Human jump rope.
Like, hold on. Wee.
First, they want to get him pliable. Now he's stretchy.
Oh my god.
That's like fucking Stretch Armstrong, dude. Come on. And now they're dancing.
Now they're dancing.
I think RBN.
Good for you.
I think RBN put that up as a good morning video.
Needs that for the morning. Maybe. Here you go. All right, so pay very close attention.
Proper rookie mistake. Right, cool. Are you going? Yeah, I'm gonna go. Right, see you later, bro. Catch you later. See you later. See you later. Good to see you, mate. Take care, bro. Right, you've left your phone here, mate. Do you think he's gonna come back? Do you think he's gonna come back?
Oh shit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's mean. But didn't he text it to him on his phone?
No.
Yes.
You tell him it's back in his pocket again. Like a magic trick. Yes, I got this. How come you're back? My phone? What's my phone here? The text phone. Yeah. You text me my phone? Yeah. Well, Mark texts you.
Yeah, I texted you, yeah.
Yes.
What?
Is it cliffhanger? Can I have my phone? We haven't got your phone. We haven't got your phone.
What did you come back for?
Text me.
What did you come back for?
Phone. Yeah, we text you a picture of your phone, right? Yeah. You said you left your phone here. No. My.
That's not why we texted you, no.
So you just left a minute ago, right? And you read a message saying your phone's here, right?
That my phone's here. And you sent me a
What'd you
picture
read that
of my
on?
phone.
Yeah.
So I read on the screen. I saw a picture. I've come back.
So
and now you guys are acting all
So
funny.
wait. Think again.
Did you get pickpocketed or something?
Listen, Barry, wait a second.
You stick to the old consulting stuff, okay?
Wait a second.
I'll tell you comedian. Give me my phone. Guys, I gotta go.
Wait a second, let me speak. Right, think about this. We just text you saying you left your phone here, right? With a picture. So how did you read that text message? What did you read it on?
On the screen.
On the screen? On
Of
what?
what?
On your phone?
Yeah.
So how was your phone here if you've read it on your
Because
screen?
you text me and sent me a picture.
He still doesn't get it.
Look inside your pocket. Look inside your pocket.
A trick on a...
No,
We didn't send you that message.
No. No, look inside your pocket.
Mark, man, I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Look inside your pocket. Look inside your pocket.
You know, I don't... You know,
He
Look inside your
feels
pocket.
it. He knows it's in
Look
there.
inside your pocket. Look inside your pocket. Is that your phone?
Stop playing games, okay?
Is that your phone?
Yes.
Yes. So, you have your phone. You have your phone. You have your phone.
Oh my god.
And he left it to go toilet.
Oh my god.
What was I coming back for then?
That's a
Your
good
phone, but you have it in
question.
your pocket.
Just mine?
He still doesn't get it. He still does not understand what the fuck
I
happened.
know. Oh, fuck.
That's very funny.
Some of you are gonna try that on your friends, and y'all are terrible people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Here you go. He's got a 6-foot girlfriend.
So I love my girlfriend. She's great, dude. She's taller than me. She's 6 feet tall. Yeah, the old tall and Jane, I call her. I think it's good. I think it's good that she's taller. I think it helps diffuse arguments. Right? Because she can diffuse any argument by just walking closer. You sure you want to do this, little man? We were about to get into a fight one day. I was like, look, I just don't want to go to the party. It's like all your friends. I don't know anyone. I'm tired. I don't want to go on the face. You know, but if we don't leave now, we're going to be late. So let's get your laughs. hop on your back. What are we, 4 strides away? 4 big strides?
Come on.
All right, fine. You don't want to walk? I'll call the Uber tall. Whatever you want. Ooh, a lot of core work for that bit. Comedy's built in the gym, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I love my dog.
Look on the wall behind him.
Huh?
Look on the wall behind him.
Yes.
That's a Clue board game.
A Monopoly board?
No, it's Clue.
Yes. Clue. Yeah. Like Colonel Mustard in the
but
smoking room.
That's
Billiard hall.
the wallpaper
With a lead pipe.
on the wall.
Great. I like it. I'm down.
Okay.
This one is to help SUV scratch an itch.
You know he's getting fired tomorrow.
You think they got it? Oh my god, dude. I hope it's just like by the time he gets there, it's just like like the entire top of the car is gone, you know? Most sane crowd in football. Football.
What?
Oh shit.
Wow.
Wow. Fucking hooligans, mate. This one's just called He Tried.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh.
Dude, he just got like punched in the throat by that like
smashed. Ow. Right in the
like right in the chin.
Yep.
Like ouch. Big Bear.
Oh, it's Big Bear.
Why is that so funny?
Polar bear operating heavy equipment.
Which do I need another Russian one?
Russians don't take a dump, son, without a plan.
You already gave us that one.
What? You're just hitting buttons now.
Oh, I'm just hitting buttons.
Here you go. Yeah, at least I had Russian bear. I love this dude's face. Like,
is he gonna take a crap? Wait, what the fuck?
Monkey.
What is going on?
It goes in. Never seen again.
Oh, that's gotta be bad. Oh, no.
This fucking
semen.
Oh god. I think that's chemtrails. Anyway, here, this is America.
The only city in the USA that has completely banned all cars. The bustling and very hilly city of Mackinac is full of well-maintained roads, signage, and intersections, yet you won't see any cars. If you want to go anywhere, your choices are a bicycle, walking, or hailing a horse taxi. There is no Uber horse option, unfortunately. About 100 years ago, they banned all cars as it was said to be scaring the horses. And that includes all motorized or electric vehicles like golf carts, ATVs, and e-bikes even. They didn't even make an exception for the police officer who was also on a pedal bike and almost gave me a speeding ticket. As you can probably imagine, hundreds of horses create create a lot of waste. To combat this issue, they have people whose job it is to constantly shovel and sweep it, and a horse even pulls the street cleaner. USPS doesn't deliver your mail, and residents must come pick it up daily. That said, UPS does, so you can order on Amazon and a horse will pull up to your house. And speaking of houses, with the obvious lack of need for a garage, some have their own stables instead. With the largest hotel located on top of a hill a mile out of town, all suitcases and goods are transported on flatbed horse carriages. Overheating and exhausting the horses is a concern as they are pulling dozens of people up steep hills on hot summer days. To combat this, the horses are worked half a day, stop often to catch their breath, and enjoy massive fans between trips. It turns out there actually was one exception made to the no vehicle rule, which is the ambulance. This definitely seems like a good call, as being dragged on the back of a horse at 3 miles an hour while it takes breaks during an emergency doesn't sound ideal.
What about a fire truck?
Nah, the horses are good with that. You know?
Wow.
What else I got?
Yeah, Mackinac Island.
Where this is at? The Zarubia Rotel.
Okay. That was not hardcore parkour.
Wee!
Ow, ow.
Oh my god, dude.
The thuds. The thud.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Anyway, my coccyx. Oh, see, that's a helicopter.
Bye-bye.
Well, you know, they'll be all right. They'll be good. They're fine. They got a nice, safe little water landing. They trained for that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. So did they survive that? What do you think?
I got it. Yes, they did.
A washing machine oven. A washing machine stove.
Yeah. Yeah. In Russia.
LG.
Yeah, right. Maytag. That's cool though. I don't want one now. You know, you can multitask like a motherfucker on that thing. Here you go. You've seen George of the Jungle, right?
Watch out for that. Tree.
Dude, he literally has like the splash. It has the splash in it, bro. Like, there is like, wait. Then fall in the water. right, like the comedic timing on that one, dude. Well done.
Very good.
Well, you know how we end things here.
Oh boy. That was a bang in itself.
We got some good ones this week. Yeah.
He later became President Sean Miller. Very funny. Oh.
Why haven't they done George in the Jungle again? Brendan Fraser's out of retirement. Literally, he could be president. You know, make Brendan Fraser, George of the Jungle, president.
Well,
you know, think of the things that think of the scenes that could happen. Jesus
oh my
Christ,
God.
Dude.
Is that Fallujah?
Like, no, I think this is like, this seems like America. That's like that TNT thing up the road, I guess.
Was that East Palestine? Oh, Jesus. Bad cookies. Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Fireworks factory going up. Yeah, that's what it mean. Here you go.
Is that a wallet?
Meu amigo prego soldando tanque de gasolina.
Gas tank.
Prego, torcer pra não explodir.
Uh-oh. Oh! I heard gasolina. I heard I saw fire. I knew where that was going.
Pasa la gasolina. You're gonna have that song stuck in your head.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so this was Seattle homeless camp. No one was in it that I saw.
Oh my God.
Look at how big that
It's gonna
is.
fall over.
What?
Oh my God, this is bad.
What is?
Huh?
What's the structure? Looks like just trees. Wow. And there's going to be a bang?
Oh, wow, indeed. Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Shit. Oh,
shit. Like a propane tank over there? Yes, that's what just, yes, exactly. Yes.
Oh, my God.
Wee woo, wee woo.
That is a pretty
the
big,
wee-woos.
pretty big area. God damn it! Now they're going to be more homeless. That's right.
Okay. So you remember all those cluster munitions we sent to Ukraine recently?
Sure. Yep.
Well, Russians found the depot of those.
Ой-ой-ой, Jim.
Do you see all these?
Oh God.
Those are clusters. Those are cluster munitions going off.
Yep.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Duh.
Radioactive cluster munitions.
Well, if there's a store, fucking military logistics guy, don't put the uranium with the clusters.
Uranium and
That's
Ukrainium.
like peanut butter and chocolate. You can't.
He put the uranium in
Ukraine in the membrane.
Uranium in his Ukrainium. Come on.
That Ukraine got no brain. Anyway, here's the U.S. military's antics.
Holy shit. Was that literally like detonating a nuke underwater?
Yep. Yes, it was.
Clear. Not so clear.
And you wonder why the fucking orcas are pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculous.
Damn.
Anyway. Now you're gonna get radioactive mutant orcas.
Oh.
Have you not learned? Have you not learned? Like, what has Hollywood been teaching you? Like, anyway. Oats.
All right. Oh, I need to blow this up. Let's blow it up. This week on INN.
Pun intended.
No, not really, but that was funny. Here, let's go to this one. This week on INN. That's what she said. We've added heads. So tomorrow night, I believe, and it seems based upon his article that he's put out today based on Tupac, there will be a Politically Homeless tomorrow night with Crab and Chris. Tuesday night is American Tradition. with Jesse and me. On Wednesday night, we got Colin and Reef over on INN News. Do you guys have a guest this week or no?
Yeah, Jose Vega.
Oh, right. Right, Jose Vega this week. Monday, also tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central, Colin will be on Hardlands Media with Kit. Thursday night, we got Bread and Circuses with Chris. That's at 9. Friday is our pack day. We got Angel in the afternoon, and then Politics and Survival with Tara Reade, and then boats smashing into other boats. So what you just saw will run as its own clip show for about an hour
on Friday.
On Friday night at 10.
If your friends missed it, tell them to show up Friday. Yep. You can see it. You know, and then by itself, you can share just that.
Saturday night, Saturday night's going to be Bitch with Comrade Misty. I heard a rumor that Kit Cabello might be showing up for that.
Yep.
Cheers and salutations. Smoke them if you got them.
Yep, that guy. And then we'll be back here Sunday night for How Do We Miss That? Talking about the UPS strike or whatever is going to happen with UPS. And who knows what the hell else is going to happen in the next week. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a week and it's been a show and we did it again. We hit the buttons. Really.
Yep.
I can't thank you all enough for being here. This is a pleasure to do. I'm going to be doing some with Himbo this week, so look out for that. I'll tease and say it's called, we're going to call it Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. And we'll look out for that in the next couple of days. So, but yeah, you got a lot of stuff to catch up with over at indienewsnetwork.substack.com. You can watch all last week's stuff. And I'm already working on this week's update and we'll put that out Friday about 6 o'clock Eastern. And shout out to Whitney Webb for her kid. Shout out to Jack's Page. I know that her husband is going through it right now. Friends of the show, we just want to wish everyone well and speedy recoveries and doing everybody healthy and part of the fams. So again, thank you everybody. I'm going to say to keep questioning everybody's motivations. This guy's going to tell you to
keep listening to what little birds have to tell you. Good night, fam.
Indie News Network, collaborative family of independent content creators. Co-hosted normally by me, Indy. I'm founder and editor of Indie Left News and Indie Media Today. I got Reef Breland sitting next to me.
At Indie News. Is Andrew Rivera on the Handsome Cynic?
It's Politics and Survival.
My name is Jesse Jett.
It's American Tradition.
What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden.
I mostly make art for INN.
Big Man Crab Joe. Keep up those great videos.
Hey guys, it's Yeti coming at you.
Hello, my name is Lucy from Blue Moon Red Wine.
This is Chris Legion.
Keep fighting that good fight out there, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Who are these people?
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say?